Told you. Did give it a couple seconds. Alright, good. Alright, greetings, motherfuckers. More, it's good to see you here, man. I'm glad that you liked Chronicle 10. And hopefully we'll get to see a couple more people going on. Because I know it's been a long time, but finally got this thing working. Finally found something that wasn't too complicated, didn't cost an arm and leg, wasn't full of a bunch of goddamn bureaucracy in that. So we just cut straight to it. It's been a while, so figured we may as well update everybody on what's going on. And of course, as you're wondering, where the hell is Charles? Where the hell is he? I've been trying to get a hold of that son of a bitch forever. Thankfully, Lawrence at least has heard from him. Oh, Charles is a good buddy of ours. He's in the Backline fan base, and he's been working on a couple different projects. The one he's working on right now is basically like you take Minecraft and Wolfenstein, and you toss Bobby Rizzo in there and call it a day. It's going to be a first-person old-school shooter.
Oh, wonderful.
He's apparently working on that. Oh, it's going to be great. It's going to be like it's going to be like Doom on crack. It's going to be great. Like, you guys remember the old school Doom from 90, Scuba was it 95, 96 that game came out?
Yeah, I remember the old school Doom.
Oh God, I think about that. You know what it was? I didn't have a computer back then. That was like something rich people had, So whenever I played Doom or Quake, it was over somebody's house. Not too familiar with it,
The BFG.
Basically.
Have you heard about the new Doom movie?
Another one?
Well, it's the second
wonderful.
one so far. Where
yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. I saw the first one. I think it was just because... fuck it. I'll just say it. That movie, everyone in there expecting something different than what came out the other end. I watched it for the first time in like 10 years. I don't know. I think it was like over the summer. And I'm like, all right, this isn't as bad as I remember.
Well, the quality of this one looks like it's from Asylum.
Okay. So in other words, it looks good.
Well, no, the first Doom movie I guess the camera quality looked a lot better than this new one.
Shit.
And there is no Doom guy. Some Doom girl.
Wait, what? They're getting rid of Doom guy? Oh,
no,
Christ.
Doom girl.
That's funny.
Great. That's terrible. They've already screwed it up.
That on DVD and Walmart.
Yeah, it's probably worth about $25.
That'll be in Walmart a month after it's released.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll probably do about as well as Fallout 76.
I got no problem with them putting a woman as the lead in the movie. I mean, I grew up with the Alien franchise without, Sigourney Weaver as Ripley. But that's the thing. She was actually believable in the part. She's an alpha. She's a commanding woman. She's also my height, too. That's
the biggest issue with the movie is that it looked like it came from Asylum, like it was Sharknado quality. Or three-head shark attack quality.
Sharknado with the chainsaw.
God.
That's another thing. They talk about these feminist movies. I'm thinking about this. What about the Resident Evil franchise? They had a supermodel in the lead for all of them. No one says a word about that, though.
I think it's the same with like Black Panther. All the black hero movies did not exist anymore.
Yeah.
Black Panther was the first one. If you say otherwise,
like
you're
all of a sudden, fucking Blade disappears. What the fuck?
Well, not even Blade. I remember Meteor Man with Robert Townsend. I remember that movie crystal clear. I love that movie. It was a
Pluto.
Black Power Ranger.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, Zach was on crack.
Man, I don't know. It's just a lot of that crap denigrated nowadays, man. It's fucking stupid and a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
They decide that they're just going to bankrupt everybody by rebooting good things into terrible things. And then they just want to go and toss all this extra crap around.
You know what? This whole spiel over the whole Charlie's Angels thing of men just don't like seeing women in lead roles. Bullshit. Okay, Jeremy of the Quartering did a whole thing on this, and I agreed with him 100%. My answer to why the movie fucking flopped is because they put the because they put the worst actress in there. Her name, Kristen fucking Stewart. The bitch only has one face for acting.
Oh shit! Another Brie Larson.
No, I've actually seen Brie Larson have emotional scenes.
Was in Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
No, I've other movies.
Captain Marvel wasn't too bad. I mean, they were aesthetic with a lot of their propaganda
Captain
nonsense.
Marvel actually made money its opening day when
Charlie's
Angels came out.
It was marketed.
The Charlie's Angels was well marketed, but it only made an 1/8 of what it cost.
Yeah, but
God, that's
Charlie's Angels is not part of a highly successful cinematic universe.
Actually, yeah, it is.
Okay, what cinematic universe is that?
There was Charlie's Angels, the series with Farrah Fawcett. Mm-hmm. Then they brought out the movies with Lucy Liu, Drew Barrymore, and Cameron Diaz. They could have left out Cameron Diaz and put someone else in there. That I admit. But they had 3 successful movies. Not the greatest, but 3 successful movies. And then they decided to bring this shit out, but they placed the wrong fucking person in it.
Yeah, but that's not a cinematic universe for the new Charlie's Angels. Captain Marvel was marketed as being closely tied to Endgame and was crammed full of 90s nostalgia, which is big on the internet.
Yeah. And
what do you have against
she actually did do a decent part too when it came to
Daryl, what do you got against Argentinian Sasquatch anyway? What's your problem with Cameron Diaz?
For one, she's better in comedies than she is in a serious action film like the original Charlie's Angels was.
I didn't know she was that big until she was in that movie too. You know?
So what Charlie's Angels not originally meant to be a comedy?
No, it wasn't.
No, it really wasn't.
I mean, it was meant to be an action movie.
The TV series.
Yeah, I remember the TV series.
It was meant to be. I mean, there were a few quick-witted lines in the series, but Charlie's Angels was meant to be a girl power TV show.
If you want to even think about it being girl power, this is before everybody got their hang up on genitals. You know, it was just a good show, and the gimmick just happened to be they were all, women. That was some shit that they came out with later on when they were bored and they had to mix things up. That's when they did the whole boy girl thing, when they got everyone against each other. You know what? I was cool with it. Don't get me wrong. When I was younger, because I'm having all those older sisters. I mean, I liked it. You know, seeing them showing women in a nice light. It's gotten a little bit overboard now. It's just like they made it where everything is you got to be. It's color against color and sex against sex. Why can't things just be enjoyable? I don't understand why everything has to have like an underlying undercurrent to it. Why they've politicized everything where nothing is enjoyable now. It's sad, honestly. It fucking sucks, man. I mean, that's part of the reason that's got me up here, wearing flags and everything and doing this shit on the internet. If they do not realize by them doing all this overreach all at once, like around the election time, if they should have waited before they did their big push with all their political correct crazy shit that they've done with trying to change everything, because now it looks bad. Not only are they going after the president, but okay, we're going to change everything that you like and enjoy into what we want you to consume, and you're going to like it, damn it. Who the fuck are they? Yeah, that's the problem. They could have waited. If they would have waited till, like, let's say around now, waited till he was going up for re-election. Instead, they figured, okay, we had Obama. Hillary's in the bag. We're going to tell you we're taking away your jobs. You're not going to get coal no more. You're going to go and get welfare. And by the way, we're changing your superheroes. Why? Because fuck you. I mean, really. The ball's on them. They created this streaming group right here, basically. They created a lot of other people. These people created Sargon of Akkad. Think about it, with their Gamergate nonsense. All of this
yeah.
started because these fucking arrogant people could not wait a little bit longer before letting the mask slip.
Oh, hell, speaking of fucking games and that's part of the reason why the rest of the fan base and I are trying to get together to our own projects, because Fallout 76 was such an absolute fucking flop that people are literally in the video game getting together and protesting outside of the main vault that is featured as on the video game. Like you can actually walk out of it and start the game. And that, yeah, there's people basically that are like level 1 walking outside of it, seeing level 30 people with like angry torches and pitchforks and signs and stuff yelling at them. Because people are so literally pissed off that they're like, okay, we can't get to the corporate offices. Dude, hey, we can advertise how much we don't like the decisions they've made and can repeatedly tag them with this stuff. Like, they've done their own, like, literal campaigns against their policies by using their own game against them. It's absolutely hysterical.
Good. Fuck it. It bothers
hell
the
yeah.
shit out of me that they're doing this shit, man. I mean...
Yeah.
You know
they're
what?
literally trying to take everything and just scrape as much cash and propaganda as they can, and it sucks.
Yeah. Well, you know what the big thing is, too? The big takeaway a lot of people don't realize is, again, they created this phenomenon. If they would have left our comic books alone, if they would have left our video games alone and our movies alone, they would have been able to impeach President Trump. He probably would not even have gotten elected because we all would have been not paying attention. We would have been playing our video games, reading our comic books, watching our movies. We would have been blissfully distracted. And these dipshits decided, okay, we're going to destroy everything you love. By the way, vote for us. The fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Seriously, the balls on them. That's the thing. Like, I tell people all the time, I'm like, nah, I'm not right wing. I dislike the left because the left are fucking with my shit. Seriously, that's the main thing. Like, nah, I don't care about this left-right bullshit. I don't want to care. Black, white, brown. Fuck you. Everyone's glad. Move along. I don't care. It's more of like, no, leave my shit alone and leave the country alone. Like they're talking about diversity is our strength. Diversity is our strength. Motherfucker, have you ever even left New York? That you're sitting there yelling at people over in Kentucky? Get the fuck out of here. It just drives me nuts. You got these liberal assholes here and on the West Coast, like, dude, we should all just get along. Get the fuck out of here, Moondog. Serious. It blows my mind. Like the shit that I've talked to these people about on here, like the past 2 years since I've been doing this shit, the crazy shit that comes out of these people's mouths. You know what it is, Mechanic? I'm sorry. I don't mean to sit here and like go off on a rant. It's just I've been since Burnside's been busy.
I love your rants,
bro. I love
your rants.
You've all been busy. Kelt and Tara were off doing family shit. I had no one to talk to, so I was amusing myself talking to communists, and it put me in a snapping mood. Put me in a snapping mood talking to these fucking people. Oh my god. Oh my god, bro. Bro, you want to feel like you're in a world gone mad? Sit there and try to have a conversation with a communist. Ugh.
It's like trying to have a conversation with a lead wall. You don't get anywhere.
I really felt a lot of times it blew my mind because these people are educated. Because it wasn't American communists I was talking to. I didn't want to talk to no naked chicks with blue hair. I felt like honestly I wanted to get down to the nuts and bolts of what the hell is going on with them with their fiscal shit. So I tried, and it was always the same shit. Yeah, we're just gonna take everyone's stuff and give it away to everybody else. So it took me like 2-3 minutes the first time, like when they started doing this to like blow holes in all this shit. I'm like, okay, I don't want to play with these people no more. So I just started showing pictures. I started sending them pictures of bread.
Go ahead.
I don't want to play with these people no more.
Yeah.
Oh, they were fun for about 5 minutes. Like I was talking to one dude, waiting for a few minutes, and all I wound up literally having to do is to just like have this guy just lose his mind. Was show him an article about a museum that was put up in China that shut down 3 months later because they're basically doing some racist Nazi shit. They're literally trying. It's funny. What? Why? How? But it's a communist country. Like, yeah, and they still do these things. What, you thought it was gonna fix some stuff? I got a little something from House real quick.
Okay.
They got. Where the hell is it? Where's the...
Turn that fucking thing
what
down.
What the hell was that?
I don't know. It sounds angry.
Phone.
Oh, it's his phone. When doesn't anyone's phone just ring nowadays?
From Legend of Zelda.
Cool. What is this? I can't hear it.
What?
Not able to hear it?
No.
Nah.
You have your headphones in, asshole.
God damn it. That sucks. Well, apparently this is something that the kids made for Halloween that they're trying to get to us, but they got it to us late.
Still can't hear it.
Yeah, I was out causing trouble on Halloween.
Basically they had Bobby as Dracula giving candy to kids. They're like, hey, we finally found his costume.
And hey, asshole, if you want us to hear it, unplug your fucking headphones.
All right, give me 1 second. Today.
Yeah.
All right.
It's still not working.
Yeah.
You must not have the volume on your computer up.
I hate it when that does that.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out how to work this thing. It's still relatively simple. The screen shares a little wonky.
Yeah, it's all good.
Oh, hey, Tara, how's Rescue and Amber doing?
But yeah, they want.
Kitty cats are fine. Tonight, our aunt put them each on a blanket in front of the heater, and Rescue just kept stretching and stretching and stretching until she reached out and touched Amber, and Amber's like, "Fuck you, fuck this shit, I'm done," and walks over and gets on the couch.
When I left, were they looking for a Schrodinger?
No, she was actually ready for him to leave. She was fucking exhausted. She slept for 3 days. I'm not joking.
Alright, well, the next thing I wanted to get into, let's see if this works. Put it. There we go. Awesome. I like this. These little flashcards work pretty well. Alright. A couple people were asking about how Chronicle 11's going to go in the movie. I was showing a couple people that APC that I was working on. Because the tank idea, I still can't figure out how to get the treads to work. So what I figured is I'm just going to use a monstrous-sized APC. Funny thing is I was shaping it, it started kind of like a frog. I got a big turret on this thing. I got to put some wheels on it, and if this thing will work, I think it will, or at least work well enough, then using that film. Bobby already started doing a little bit of filming. We're planning to do some filming this weekend for 11, so that'll start gradually being underway. When it's going to get done, shit always takes a day and a year. So that's why we got Lamont and Lawrence and Ronan working on stuff on the side as well. Because Ronan's trying to go and get his Iron Guard project booted up, which is basically going to be him doing his own variation of Backline with his small guys. I'm hoping that he can get a couple of the people that he does the war reenactments with, because those fatigues look nice as hell. And if they can, lend the guys some gear in that, this will be great. We if we can hopefully get them to get this working together, or at least, get some reenactment footage from the footage that the people that work with him usually record whenever he gets in his whole uniform and everything. This will be great. This will be awesome. We don't have to worry about having to go dig through a whole bunch of stuff in Rockford, Illinois, or go halfway, across the damn state to Rockford to go over there and try and catch them when they're doing World War stuff, World War I or World War II stuff every year. We can just start using stuff from Ronan and help advertise for.
When I get up there, am I gonna have to start sewing fucking uniforms together?
Hopefully not. But thankfully, there's plenty of places that can do that out here. It's just that
if I sew them together, I'm getting a big chunk of fucking change.
Yeah, you know how expensive that crap is?
Yes, I do know how expensive that crap is.
It's pretty damn pricey.
Just a fabric one.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Not to mention that I've never made men's clothes before.
Oh, God. Jeez,
the only one I am willing to make anything for, and my aunt's actually watching out for it. She's gonna keep an eye on the price of patterns, and she's gonna get me that Joker pattern so I can make the Joker costume for you.
Oh, sweet of her. That would be cool as hell.
And it's based off of the old Adam West Joker.
Nice. That one. Nice.
Did you watch the ERB video I sent you?
No, I don't think I did.
I sent it to you this morning.
I watched the video.
It was Pennywise versus Joker, wasn't it?
Yes, Pennywise versus the Joker.
Nah, didn't see it.
Go watch it right now.
I'm running this. I'll watch it. Anyways, the reason why I was more focused earlier on trying to get hold of Lamont and that is because I just wanted to see where progress was at, and a couple of the miscellaneous projects are kind of piggybacking off of him and Ronan, because the two of them are more so doing the lion's share of some of the miscellaneous stuff. As I know, Ronan's got a lot of work between reenactments and school, so he's not having as much time as he used to between getting the old 16-bit game together he had trouble with and his Iron Guard project, but he's trying to go and get some off time between his reenactments or such that he's doing to try and piece that together. And Lamont's actually been pretty busy with that Doom-like game that he's been working on, so don't know where he's going to be at with that Minecraft thing we were going to do, but Scoob, you'll get a kick out of this, because this is this one crazy idea that Lamont and I were talking about. I don't think you've played Minecraft before, have you, Scoob?
Scooby.
I think we killed him.
Oh, sorry, I didn't realize
Hey, Scooby, where are you?
I said I think I played that before. That's the one with the black people, right?
They look like 3D Legos.
Yeah, my nephews were playing that. I asked them. I looked at it. I said, "What is this?" And they're like, "It's Minecraft." And I'm like, I remember something like this when I was in college that the nerds were playing on their computers. Like, oh, has it been out a while? And I'm like, no, this is new. And I'm like, yeah, this looks like it was a ripoff or something. That's actually why I wanted to ask. Was there something like that, like Minecraft, like 10 years ago, even 20 years ago?
I got a game called Blockhead.
Probably.
Right? It looks so familiar. And then the concept, what is it? You're moving around dirks and rocks and shit, right? And bricks?
It's basically like a Lego. Playing Legos in the computer.
Yeah, all right.
It's a building game.
Yeah, I watched them playing, and I'm like, all right, this is cool, I guess. And then I remember a few years ago, everyone went nuts with it. You see all these people walking around with these green squares with, like, these little black squares on them. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? They're like,
they're being creepers.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're the suicide characters. You get too close to them, and they blow up on you.
You know, I don't know what it is. I guess you could call them trendies. Like these people that keep getting into trends. Like I remember there was a few years ago. I mean, I don't know about the rest of the country. I mean, here, forget about it. These people, I guess they got like disposable income. Like a few years ago, you go out and like you go past and you see this broad driving in a car, and all you see is the top of her head and like her glasses, because she's surrounded by fucking Beanie Babies. They're all over the thing. Like she's like in a car like filled with Beanie Babies and shit. They're all over the windows. They're on the door. They're on the dash. They're hanging from the fucking ceiling. They're looking at the visor at her like this as she's driving. There's Beanie Babies all over the car. A few years before that, you'd see a girl, she's really nice looking. You'd be like, yo, what are you doing? You want to go grab something to eat when you get off work? Yeah, sure, no problem. You go to scoop her up from her house. She comes out, boom, head to toe, Nightmare Before Christmas, covered in this shit.
Fuck yes!
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, you know what I'm saying? You go, and it's like all these trendies. The thing that was like a meat hook, it came out of left field, was the bronies. All those fucking... I don't know how bronies are in the rest of the country, but when I would see them, they had the convention up over by the Javits Center in Manhattan, and I see all these guys, and I mean big, like beefy, juicy motherfuckers walking past me wearing all these My Little Pony shirt, and I'm thinking to myself that there's like a gay bodybuilding convention down in the Village or some shit, but no, they're all going to this fucking thing at the Javits for bronies. I'm like, what the hell are bronies? And it's just these big, beefy juice heads that are into My Little Pony. I'm like, okay. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, let's go to GNC. We'll get some weight gain or not. Nah, fuck that, man. We got to hit KB afterwards. I want to get the new Sparkle Mane. Who the fuck thinks of that shit? But whatever, bronies.
I don't know, man.
It's
bronies always disturb.
The only thing I'm into is I put American flags on my clothes and shit in my car. That's it. It's not like a trendy thing. I'm not one of those lunatics running around in American flag drawers. I don't know.
Liar, I saw you doing that last night.
Yeah, right? Seriously. Yeah, that's me. I got the channel on Pornhub. It's really nice and patriotic. It's called Flags for Freedom. Yeah, there you go. Watch, there's going to be all these hits on Pornhub later. People are going to be looking for it.
Flags for Freedom. That would be hysterical.
You should see what the flagpole is.
Yeah, it really would.
Oh, God.
Oh, man.
I set myself up for that one. I have no one to blame but me.
You fell right into that one.
Oh, yeah, ran in full speed, too. Didn't stop, did not hit the brakes.
Oh, man.
This is why we had to get this software up and running. I miss talking to you. I really do.
Yeah, I miss talking to you, too.
I'm going to die.
We're all insane.
Yes, and that's what makes this good. That's what makes this enjoyable.
It's what makes it fun.
It does.
It's what makes it fun. We're all completely insane.
Well,
oh, and ladies, the flagpole is never at half-mast.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Was never at half-mast?
Never mind. Never mind.
I really have to go down into the basement and refine my wedding band. I'll feel much more comfortable. It's somewhere in the pipes. I think it's stuck in a trap in the boiler. I gotta go look.
My God.
Oh,
that's
God.
pretty good. But anyways, back to what I wanted to talk about.
I don't think she's ever going to leave you alone about that.
No, she's not.
You know what half-mast?
Oh, no. No, full mast. Never half-mast.
Just like I'm never going to leave you alone about food truck Pepe.
Oh, that's
took you all a minute.
Whore that doubles as a food truck man.
So the one fun thing that Lamont and Imagine and a couple other people want to do with this whole Minecraft thing is Lamont makes modifications and stuff. So whereas in Minecraft you usually normally using pickaxes, regular axes, swords, shields, medieval shit.
Oh, your heart goes out to clowns. The only thing that goes out to clowns from me is either a blade or a gunshot blast.
Yeah.
I don't.
Now you finally read the comment section.
3 hours later.
Fucking comment section. I don't care. My heart does not go out to the clowns.
There are Serbian allies that are fighting on the eastern front of Kekistan against the Mangalistani invaders.
Okay.
They sacrificed 2 of their most
If you
noble
gave me a choice of allying myself with either the orange potato or anything with the name clown other than ICP or the Tim Curry Pennywise, my happy ass will actually stand next to the orange potato.
Well, I'm glad to hear that because he's going to perform the wedding ceremony for you two.
Oh, you're going to love this pudding. So the other day, I don't know why she keeps asking me, my roommate says to me, so do you think they'll actually impeach Trump? And I'm like, no. If they do, they're going to keep him in office. Why do you think that is? Well, for one, it's too close to the fucking election year. And 2, if we take him out of office, we end up with Mike Pence, who wants to turn America into a theocracy. I don't know what that is. Okay, he wants to make America like Syria, like Iraq, like Afghanistan, where all their laws are based on the Bible. I don't understand why that's bad. Okay, the Quran is their Bible, right? She goes, yeah. I said, okay, well, over there, it's illegal to be gay. You can be killed. I said, so there goes your daughter and Chad, our roommate. I said, over there, women cannot own property. And she's like, oh, like, yeah, so you actually want to stay in office because Pence will turn America into a theocracy. And she's like, well, I can't wait for him to be out of office. She's like, I hope Hillary runs. I was like, she's not going to run. It's already stated online she's not running. She's not even.
I got a theory. She says she will run if she finds the opportunity to.
Nope, she has recently said she is not running.
Well, what if she decides to be Bernie Sanders or Joe Biden's vice president?
She doesn't want to be in the office.
They could die any second. Bernie Sanders already had a heart attack.
She said, and I quote, I do not want to be in office. I will fight my battles elsewhere.
Yeah, she pretty much sold herself out the 2016 election, and she did terrible as hell. This meme right here that I just put up is the reason why she's not going to be doing anything anytime soon. Literally. Like Alex Jones was saying, it says Hillary for President 2020. Just like a t-shirt.
I can't see this meme.
Christ, woman.
You're not fucking share screening.
It's the banner he put at the bottom of the screen. I can see it clear as crystal.
Hillary for President 2020.
Yep.
There you go. But yeah, point being, she's not going to be piggybacking off of Bernie. She's not going to be doing a coup with Elizabeth Warren. She's going to be doing a lot of jack, a lot of shit, and she's going to be getting trolled by a lot of angry, orange-haired, green frogs.
Well, this is the part that you're going to love, Puddin'. So she brings up how Democrats want to, help everything. And I was like, okay, I agree. A lot of the Democrats here in Florida are the good guys. Here, the Republicans are the bad guys. I said, but elsewhere, it's vice versa. I said, we already know Florida's ass backwards.
Doesn't Florida have the first gun sanctuary city?
No, we do not have a sanctuary city. Thank God.
No, gun sanctuary city.
Wait a minute. When I was a Democrat, I voted for this guy, and he's a Republican. Our governor said, fuck that.
Tara, I said gun sanctuary city.
Oh, gun sanctuary cities?
Yeah, there's supposed to be one in Florida now.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The second
last I checked, Florida
they can't take your gun away from you if you're there.
Doesn't sound like something a Democrat would do.
Yeah, that and one of our possible future presidential candidates is one of your representatives, Tara. I can honestly tell you about the guy. I have no idea who that is.
Who?
Matt Gaetz.
Nope, don't know him.
There you go. He is probably one of my favorite politicians on that side. I like Jim Jordan, don't get me wrong, but I mean, Gaetz, this guy actually believes it, bro. He's like into it. I mean, he loves the country as much as I think me and Burnside here. And he's the one who he went up and he goes like this. Listen, Representative Schiff put this bill in back when Obama was president to give Obama all these different powers and everything. So he goes like this. So it sounded like such a good idea. I'm going to put this bill through for President Trump, and I want to ask Representative Schiff if he'll second me on this bill. So Schiff actually had to kill his own bill.
I remember that guy. That was great.
So
that was a great trolling that he pulled on him.
Yo, my roommate's sitting there, and she's like, "Well, the Democrats they want to save Social Security and benefits for military," and I was like, Trump already fixed that. He signed a bill to where they can't fuck with it anymore.
Nope.
And she's like, no, Republicans wanted to take it away. I was like, originally, yeah, he realized, shit, that's a fuck up, because that ends up going towards the communist thing that you guys are worried about. I said, think about it this way. If they actually succeeded in taking away Social Security and veterans benefits, your aunt, who is a high school teacher who has saved up for years of working to live off of her Social Security, she's going to have to work till the day she dies.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
See on his face.
Oh, think about it. There goes food stamps. There goes your help with daycare. There goes your being able to make payments on cars. You have to pay it in full when you go to buy it.
What Social Security is supposed to be and how it was when I was paying into it when I was working for the state. You're supposed to pay in, I think it's like you put in $1 and they match you $1, something like that. It's the same as like with your 401k and other things. Like, you know, that's part of the reason I get such a problem when I argue with these commies is like, no, there's nothing wrong with my system. The problem was when, and again, I hate doing this Democrat Republican shit. I'm an independent. That's why I'm saying I'm not like choosing sides like it's mine. These fucking Democrats, they came up with the Social Security and all these programs and put them into place under FDR, and the Republicans criticized them for years. But then the Democrats started treating them like a fucking piggy bank. That's the thing that drove me nuts. I like a lot, like FDIC, I actually like that the government says, hey, look, if the banks fuck up, don't worry, you're not going to wind up out on the street. We'll help you go through it. Because it's not like, you know, everyone's like, oh, the government's giving you money. No, they're not altruistic. They're going and they're wringing that money out the bank. Like, yo, we just covered your ass. Give us the money. The government they're not going to sit there and take shit. Like, I'm talking to a lot of these communists today, like earlier this morning when I'm having coffee. It's great. Get up Sunday morning, have coffee, talk to commies. But I'm talking to them, right? And I go like this. And they're saying to me, oh God, what the fuck was this guy saying? It blew my mind what he said about how our system works. And I'm like, are you putting me the fuck on? No, that's not how it works, pal. Let me break it down for you. Like, they honestly think, that's right. They think that all of the banks, like the World Bank and all that they run the CIA. And I told them, I go, yeah. I go, that's why I'm like, are you putting me on?
You're shitting me.
No, I'm being dead serious. They think that the CIA is run by the World Bank. Yeah. So I told them, I said, look, if anything, it's the other way around. More likely than not, the CIA is running these friggin' banks, like through proxy. Like, they show up at the guy's house, he opens his door, what the fuck are you doing here? And they show him the picture that they got of him with the 12-year-old boy up over in the bushes. Like, yeah, we caught you fucking little Gregor, so you're going to do what we want. That's what the CIA does. You know? I should have told, you know what, I'm not going to do it tonight. I'll tell him tomorrow. I'll hop back in the server and be like, go watch The Good Shepherd with Matt Damon. That's all. School yourself. Learn about the evil. You got, you know, that's part of the reason I've actually been nicer to the ones who were Soviets in that server. Because, you know what, the shit that they went through with that Stalinist shit, it don't compare to Brennan's CIA. Like, you know, they were just overt with it. They would go in and they would bust your head, like the Soviets. They didn't do what the CIA did here. They let you wait until you're an old man, then they show up and they destroy your life.
No. The CIA also puts crack into Harlem and shit like that, and then watches to see what happens, and are all of a sudden, oh, we're on drugs, even though we caused it.
You know, there was a thing going around the neighborhood, and I'm going to really sound like a street dirtbag when I say this, but back in the 90s when I was in high school and we used to drink malt liquor, there was actually, and this is the truth, we were getting told, yo, you cannot drink Crazy Horse because they're putting antifreeze in it. It's the truth. That's what, it was like, people would come up to you like, yo, don't cop horse because they're putting antifreeze in it. It's the CIA. They're experimenting on people again. Like, this is the truth. This is actually the shit that you would hear coming up in the neighborhood, you know? So I remember, too, I love Crazy Horse. That was my favorite brand of malt liquor. I was so pissed off that people couldn't drive. If I said, fuck it, I'll drink it anyway, you know? Seriously, I didn't.
Sounds like you, Scoob.
Yeah. Well, they said to me, they're like, what's going to happen? And they told me all this horrible shit. And I'm like, I've been drinking Crazy Horse for years. And they're like, yo, you got all this nerve damage. You're going to get this, that, and third. So I said, fuck it. I kept drinking it. I'm like, all right, I'm already fucked. You know, it's like you watch the movies with the Russian guy in Chernobyl. Everyone else is wearing a suit. You know, Comrade Perov, where is your suit? Oh, it does not matter, comrade. I'm already dead. That was the same way with Crazy Horse. They're like, yeah, if you drink more than 2 bottles of that, you're gonna get stomach cancer. Well, fuck, I drank like 200 in the past 3 months. Oh well, give me 3.
God. Yeah, I've heard a lot of good things as far as interesting conspiracies and truthful things the CIA has done. Like the actual Freeway Rick Ross. Some of the cocaine he was selling and other drugs too, he wound up getting from the CIA. They had little different projects and stuff, kind of doing catch and release. That horribly backfired. And then there's the local days that the feds / the CIA, in an attempt to kind of do a similar type of catch and release with the cartel, have been proliferating arms in Chicago. Because people were like, oh, we've been finding these like crates with automatic weapons and stuff like that. And I'm like, you guys have Smith & Wesson, BackBurner, Koch, and all these other different arms manufacturers that cart stuff by train, and they go right through the fucking ghettos. I mean, the cops, I've talked to guys from CPD and that, and they're like, yeah, we're constantly trying to get through the red tape to get that motherfucker over there because he's stealing these, and he's just going, okay, yeah, I made it fully automatic. All right, sell that one. Give me the next one. They're doing stuff like that all the time. Retrofitting, manufacturing, taking the stuff that they steal, or taking stuff from Ivanhoff, right off the black market, and just reselling that stuff.
Yeah. Well, it's a lot of the shit that was coming in. It would come in here, and then we'll go right up the Erie Canal, and it would go over to you. A lot of the shit that we were getting in off the docks in Brooklyn. Like, I remember when I was a kid, and I say this, and this is for the record. This is in case any agents decide they're going to drag me in for questioning. I'm talking about something over 35 years ago. I was a little boy. I don't know who the fuck I was with and where the fuck I seen it, but it was one of those things where you with cousins and they're like teenagers, and somebody we went somewhere and someone's apartment or some shit. The motherfucker had a law. That's what I'm getting to. You know what I'm talking about? It looks like a tube, and you do like that, and all of a sudden,
light assault weapon.
Yep. Yeah. Exactly. Some asshole over in Brooklyn had one of them. Just chilling out, chilling out in the crate. Like the crate was open, like the crowbar sitting next to it, like in a movie. Crowbar sitting there. There's the friggin' wrapping and shit, and there's this thing sticking up out the box.
It's the same thing they're saying about in the ghettos and stuff. Like they're talking about people are getting airdropped like Call of Duty freaking crate shipments and stuff of Kalashnikovs and Armalites and all sorts of crazy stuff. I'm sitting there and I'm like, chances are these guys are either getting the black market or they're stealing it off the trains. Because it is possible they could be, because it is possible they could airdrop that stuff. But have you seen air traffic in Chicago? It's fucking nuts. Yeah, some dude's literally gonna go crack open a Mountain Dew and just be sitting there in the helicopter going, all right, let me go drop this for 5 zillion kilos of cocaine.
I'll tell you exactly.
Yeah, if they tried to airdrop anything in Chicago, it would demolish a building.
Pretty much.
Airdropping is not accurate. It is not an exact science.
Yeah, it's not like you can get an Amazon drone and pick up a small crate of Kalashnikovs and just fly them over to Cabrini and then just go and drop.
Well,
it's not.
Yeah, you push these. They get pushed out the back of a C-130 and they float down.
The other thing of it is, I was going to ask is, over by the areas by, where the canals are and everything in the river, a lot of Russians in those neighborhoods?
Handful, actually.
Yeah, that's where your shit's coming in. It's coming in off the boats that are coming up the canal. I'm not joking. It's coming in off of the boats that are coming up the canals from New York. And because what it is, it's coming in off of Coney Island and Brighton Beach. It's all Russian there. There's a big presence of Russians in Red Hook. They're fighting with the Irish tooth and nail for the territory. It's a three-way struggle. It's a three-way struggle between the Jews, the Irish, and the Russians. Red Hook is Red Hook is bad. You wouldn't think it, bro. You don't want to go into a Jew neighborhood in New York. Yeah. Oh yeah. Bro. I'm not going to drop the guy's. I'm not even going to drop his first name. I was up in last time I was up in Red Hook. I was at one of these Israelis. He had this meat packing plant, and I was, a buddy of mine was doing the security cameras, and I'm talking to the guy. Bro, you do not know how the Jews are in that part of town. You don't want to fuck with them. They'll put you in the meatpacking machines.
Jewish mafia?
Soylent Green.
Jewish mob, yeah.
Soylent Green is good.
No.
Yeah, but the way it
Good
is right
song,
now
too.
over in Red Hook, you got the Russians and the Irish and the Jews are all fighting over the territory there. So Red Hook has always been Irish, but the Jews bought up a lot of property in like the meatpacking districts, and so you got the Jews were like they're muscling in there, and a lot of people don't realize this. You don't want to go into Williamsburg, Brooklyn, and fuck around. Those Jews will bury you in the park. They'll dig a hole. I'm being dead serious. They'll dig like a 7-foot hole deep into the ground, and they'll dismember you and stick you into the hole. And the plug they took out the ground, they put it right back on top, and that's it. They bury you with a hole that's maybe about 2 feet around in diameter. They use a post hole digger. They put it in buckets. They pour the dirt right back in. Whatever is displaced because you're in there, they just huck it down a sewer, and they put the cap back on top with the flowers, and boom, you're gone. That's why you don't hear about nothing happening in Williamsburg. Seriously, bro. The Jews have a saying, but in English it translates to "you'll be nothing but a memory." That they say it in Yiddish. That's what they'll say to you. They'll lean over and they'll whisper it in your ear. Seriously, but I'm getting off topic. What I'm saying is that part of Brooklyn, like Brighton Beach and by like Coney Island, that's where the Russians are. You're going to get a lot of the shit that's coming in off of the docks over in customs. A lot of these guys work customs because, they got clout from working up over in the USSR when they came here, kind of like they did Operation Paperclip with the Nazis. I don't know what the fuck they call this. I know Operation Beaver Hat or some shit because they're Russian. They brought them into the fold and they gave them
Operation
all jobs.
Rusty Sickle.
Yeah, right? Seriously. Operation Oxplow. But what I'm saying is they brought them in and they gave them all these jobs and positions. So if it's not coming off of the train in Chicago, more likely than not, it's coming directly from New York. It came in off of the boats that came over from Russia. They unloaded their shit. These guys grabbed the shit that was, special marked for them and sent the shit up to Chicago or sent it down to whatever other port city they're in. They tend to stay up here, and this isn't me taking a swipe at them. These people are used to fucking Siberia. They want to be up here where we get those brutal winters. That's why there's not a really big Russian presence down in the south. It's all in the north and the northeast. In the Midwest.
That makes sense. I mean, I know around like Ukrainian Village and a couple other neighborhoods, there's a good chunk.
You got a place up there called Ukrainian Village, and you don't know where your guns are coming from.
Yeah, I know, right?
Seriously. That's like a no-brainer.
Yeah, nice neighborhood. Really nice neighborhood. Kind of expensive.
If you find people all over town getting clipped with fucking katana blades, like you find these guys cut in half on the floor, and then you mention, maybe it's coming out of Little Tokyo. I'm going to call it a big yes. You got guys getting smoked with Kalashnikovs, and you got a fucking, what is it, Ukraine town you called it? Little Ukraine?
Yeah, Ukrainian Village.
The Ukrainian Village, yeah, okay, everyone's getting shot with freaking Soviet arms. Let's really ponder this.
That should be a no-brainer. That should be obvious.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Like theoretically, you could let's say let's invent this character Pavel, and let's say Pavel and his buddies are up over by over by where it says Red Hook roughly. These guys are at or
like Brighton Beach.
Okay. Okay, so Pavel and his buddies are over Brighton Beach and they've got just decent sized boat. Let's say they spent about $1 million on this boat roughly in that, and they just retrofit it so that they can basically have some compartments or something, or just basically just get a giant freaking ice container, because like to drink, gotta have ice if you're gonna have beer. So I decided that I was gonna put a giant ice machine in here. Why the fuck not? And you just get some crates and put at the bottom of there, put a whole bunch of ice on top. Boom, you're golden. Take a whole bunch of those and just go all the way from Brighton Beach all the way to Lake Michigan and just find somewhere to dock, or find just a regular place like that one place you used to do security at over in East Side where they're shooting people every Sunday. You could literally go over there and just go, yeah, my name Pavel Ivanhoff. I want to pay to have my boat stored. And that, get there, dock, pay in cash. Go, hey, I want to store some of my things. Here's a little extra on the side and that. Me and the guys are gonna have some beers. You want some of that? And then you literally have yourself a little party over there. Invite some of your other friends and family from Ukrainian Village, and they just come by and then just, oh yeah, I need some more ice. Hey, can you get some from the bottom there? I need to break that off a little. And then next, ship that, while everyone else is distracted. Hey, here you go, golden. It's very plausible.
They might also be paying off the cops too. I mean,
oh hell, it wouldn't surprise me in the slightest.
Have you ever seen the movie Lord of War with Nicolas Cage?
Yeah,
that takes place in Brighton Beach. That's the neighborhood he's supposed to be in, where they go up and they shoot up the Russian restaurant.
Yeah,
that happens there almost daily. Yeah, and you don't hear about this shit on the news either because they don't like to talk about that. Like, what happens in, like, different neighborhoods, like, you're not going to hear about it too much on the rest of the country, like, shit with like, in Staten Island. Like, there's still crazy shit that goes on in Staten Island and in Brooklyn. You don't hear about it too much, like, in the rest of the country. We hear it on the local news. It don't make news in the rest of the country. Right. Like, it has to be something of merit. Like, no one hears about people getting shot on the regular in Chicago, except when they just say, like, overreaching, like, oh yeah, by the way, everyone in Chicago shooting at each other. They'll say it like that. They don't list every single case, except when it's, some moron walking around with a noose. Then we got to hear about it for months. Otherwise, you don't hear word about Chicago.
Oh god, I got so many memes for that one. Let me make a banner for that one. That definitely needs a banner.
That fucking douche is he's suing Chicago.
Oh yeah. Good luck kidding me.
He'll win in today's political climate. A lot of people were telling me they thought they're like, they're definitely trying to start a civil war. And no, I don't think it anymore as much as I did at one point, because the more I'm looking into it, I'm realizing, bro, they really are that detached and stupid and arrogant. Seriously. They really are that detached and stupid and arrogant. They don't realize that, they either don't realize or don't care that their actions are causing this shit. It's not intentional. It really is due to detachment. That's the thing that's fucked up. There's a few that it's intentional
because we don't have too many emotions, or we have watched too many bloodshed movies.
We're
ties. Well, I mean, like one of the things I'm saying is that they try to do, like, they're trying to push the whole white guilt thing, the whole black thing, and no one gives a fuck about things like that except for some of these, like, crazy fucking people. Like that Symone Sanders, that the black chick with the short hair, she's Bernie Sanders' whip, she's got them big teeth, look like chiclets. Yeah.
What's a chiclet?
A chiclet is the big pieces of gum. They look like really big teeth.
They look like beaver teeth or chewing gum.
Yeah. When this broad smiles, she looks like a piano. That's the one that looks like for Bernie Sanders. I asked a couple of black guys this because I had some white SJWs start screaming at me that I'm racist. I'm watching her talking, and they got her, like, the camera right up on her face, and she's like this up in the camera. And I'm looking at this broad. I'm like, yo, does she or does she not look like the animatronic head of King Kong from the 1935 original? And they're like, shit, you can't say that. That's racist. I'm like, you know what? Nah, fuck you. I asked the black kid that I'm friends with. I turn over to him. I'm like, yo, Tay, come here. He's like, yo, what's up, Stu? I'm like, yo, check it out. Does she or does she not look like that animatronic King Kong from the 1935 original? He's looking at it like, oh, damn. Yo, she looks... I'm like, yeah, see what I'm saying? He's like, yo, she looks just like Kong, bro. Yo, look at that bitch. I'm like, see, I told you. And they're looking at him like, yo, how could you say that? And he's like, yo, look at her. Look at that. I mean, if you look at her face, and I've told people this, and you know what? It's because of the teeth. more than anything else because she's just got her mouth up in the fucking camera. You think that if she says the wrong word, she's gonna clip the lens. But people
that's why I sit just a little bit back from the camera, so I'm not sitting here like.
So she looks like a Looney Tune that had its head slammed into a piano.
No, I'm saying her teeth. Like she got this smile like a piano. She's got these huge teeth, and I'm saying she's got her.
You ever seen those cartoons where you slam their heads into a piano and they got the keys stuck in their teeth?
Yes, like Bugs Bunny. I was saying that, but just like without the black keys, she's got like this huge, like she's got a smile like a Buick. This broad. So seriously, she honestly she looks like one of the cars out of Roger Rabbit. She got a smile like that. And
I loved the talking car from Roger Rabbit. He was awesome.
Yeah,
my favorite character.
Benny the Cab. Sister Mary Francis, what the hell happened in here? I've been a cab for 35 years. I ain't never seen a mess like this before. So, no, but like, I was thinking she had her face up in the camera. I'm like, yo, she looks like Hungry Hippos, too. I mean, seriously, you just look at her. I told them, I'm like, they're like, oh, you can't tell her she looks like King Kong. That's racist. I said, fine, Hungry Hippos. Those fucking things. Look at her. But the point of it was, people like her, because she's a rich, crazy person, she wants like a race war. She wants a civil war. She wants a civil war. Like those crazy fucking women on The View. They want a civil war. No reason for this shit. I don't know why. Whoopi is as rich as shit, and she was one of the most respected people on the planet. Even after she pulled that crazy shit with Ted Danson, people forgave her. She really went like the extra mile. You remember that with Ted Danson?
No, I don't. I remember they made the movie Made in America together.
You don't remember that at the Friars Club in New York City when Ted Danson showed up in blackface with Whoopi Goldberg?
No.
Oh my goodness. We gotta look this up. Type in Ted Danson blackface. You're gonna see him wearing a top hat with the glasses and a bow tie with the baton and a three-piece with the tuxedo and the tails. And he's dressed in blackface and singing and dancing and shucking and jiving like this, doing show tunes. Like, and Whoopi Goldberg sitting there laughing her ass off because she wrote the whole script. Because it was when they were roasting Mayor David Dinkins at the Friar Club. I think I was about like 13 years old. I remember this crystal clear. Because it was right around when you were talking about Tara, when Made in America came out, when Will Smith was supposed to be her daughter's best friend in the movie. I can't believe I remember that fucking flick.
I've got one in black and white. Okay, I found one in color. It looks like Gabson crap.
Yeah, he's wearing all black with white around his eyes and big red lips.
Nope, white lips. White lips.
Is it white lips?
Yeah.
White lips.
Yeah, it's white lips.
It's even worse.
Yeah, here, this thing looks absolutely ugly. Let's see if I can get this thing.
Yeah, but that's Ted Danson and Whoopi Goldberg. I remember when they did that. So, people like her, I mean, yeah, here we go. Show it to the audience. Yep. There's Whoopi. Whoopi's right next to him down. If you scroll down, that's Ted, and there's Whoopi right there. Yeah. This was all her idea.
At all.
And they were dating at the time.
Bro, she wrote that. She's the one who made him go in there dressed like that.
Oh.
And I don't know. I think he could have done a lot better.
After Ted Danson showed up in minstrel blackface and peppered his jokes with racial epithets at the Friars Club roast of his lover comedian Whoopi Goldberg, the former Cheers star offended Mayor David
Dinkins. David Dinkins. I remember Mayor Dinkins.
Talk show host Montel Williams and others. Well, first of all, Montel, he was smoking a lot of weed and doing a lot of crack at the time because of his cancer, so he can't be talking.
I think this is before he had cancer.
Well, then it caused his cancer, but I know he was on drugs. And others who said his performance was over the line, even for a function where the highest compliment is a brutal, crude insult. Danson, appearing in a top hat and blackface with white painted lips, used the word
We know what he used.
more than a dozen times as he joked about his and Goldberg's sex life and other topics. With Dinkins about to arrive, Danson said, "I was told the mayor's coming to be here. The mayor's coming, so be careful. Don't do any political jokes. Just do jokes."
I remember this article. Holy shit.
Dinkins, New York's first black mayor, was introduced by Danson when he entered the room. Dinkins offered a few political jokes, read a city proclamation to Goldberg, a New York native, and left. Dinkins later told the Daily News he was embarrassed for Whoopi and the audience and felt a tremendous sense of relief when it was over. Williams walked off the dais 7 times into Danson's monologue and left with his visibly upset wife. When Ted made the jokes about the racially mixed kids and everyone knows my wife is white and just gave birth to our child, I could see my wife start to cry. If that's what Whoopi and Ted find funny in their bedroom, it's not funny to the outside world. And it keeps going on. I'm not reading more.
Yep. Remember that crystal clear, I do. Oh, yeah. I remember her doing that dumb shit. No, leopards don't change their spots. I mean, one, I'm glad she lost that extra weight she put on. She was starting to look really bad. You know, that's good. But, I mean, I seen when they had Don Jr. on last week. And I'm not like a Trump fanatic. I like the man. You know, I like his one son, Eric. I think that the kid is really in love with the old man. He's enamored with his father. He really loves his father. I like the kid. The daughter, look, I grew up around broads like her. She's just another rich Manhattan girl. You know.
She's an idiot.
Seems like a sweet kid. She seems like she's got, a kid. She's older than me. She seems like a sweet person. She seems like she's got a good head on her shoulders. But she is a true New York liberal Democrat. I can just hear it in the way she speaks and talks and the way she poses herself and poises herself through everything that she does. She's the complete opposite of her father in that she's polished and refined, and the old man is crude and raw. And, it's funny because I don't dislike Ivanka. I don't want to make it sound like I do. It's just the old man is more the type of New Yorker I am. So is why he appeals to me a lot more. And it just but getting back to the kid, Don, when they had Don Jr. up on The View, I don't know if any of you seen that episode of The View when he was on there as a guest.
I don't watch The View.
I avoid it at all costs.
The View is quite boring.
I don't even watch the talk.
Yeah, I don't even watch Howard Stern or anything like that because a whole lot of that stuff's just become boring. Like, quite literally, the only talk show thing I watch is InfoWars and Louder with Crowder. They're the only two that are good on the intelligence. Hell no.
Yes, they are.
My brain.
No, let him watch it, please. Because if he doesn't watch it, that means I got to watch it to see what the hell's going on, and I'd rather use him as the filter. He can watch it. I can't watch that shit for 2-3 hours. I can maybe watch a highlight reel for 5 minutes. I got no patience.
Just like it's turning the frogs gay.
I got no patience for that sort of shit. I hate saying it and sounding like the cliche. It's just from growing up in the environment I did and the people I grew up around. I got no patience for these people. I can't. That's why I can't get along with too many like the red state types. These blue staters. The blue staters, blue collar workers. They're into NASCARs, rifles, and Jesus. I'm not into that shit. Like I grew up. Everyone was into Glocks because you could conceal them, and we all it was either handball, basketball, or you'd roll dice. Or bones, dominoes. That's what we did, Most of my friends, when I really hate saying this is gonna sound fucked up, but most of my friends, if they weren't hanging out with me, they were probably out robbing. Like I wasn't a thief. So I'd say about 60% of my friends, you knew they weren't committing a crime because they were in my presence. But if they weren't in my presence, they were probably sticking up a liquor store. I remember when little Vinny, he got pinched. The fucking guy went up to the Christmas tree lot and they caught him stealing all the garland and wreaths.
Wow, that's cheap.
Yeah, no, he was going to take him. You go up into the black neighborhood and you sell them the wreaths that you'd usually get for $50 here. You sell them to them for $20 each. The other thing that a lot of people used to do is you go up into the general store. The Chinese people did. My brother and his friends used to do this. The two brothers, one guy would sit in the cart with a bicycle helmet on, and the other brother would push him through the store, and the one in the cart would act like he was retarded. And when the Chinese people would come out to yell at him because the guy in the cart, he's going like, nah, and he's like wrecking the store, they would come out like, you gotta get out the store, you don't buy, you get out. And while they're doing that, a couple of guys would dip over the counter and start stealing all the meat, and then you go up into the hood, you'd sell it to the blacks again for like, look at this steak, bro. It's like $20. Give me $5. And that's what everyone would do. But they didn't do that when they were around me. Yeah, no, they didn't do that when they were with me because I wouldn't let them be. Yo, what the fuck are you doing? The fuck are you doing? I'd say shit like that to them if I seen them doing this shit. Like, what the fuck are you doing? No, put that shit back. The hell's the matter with you? You can't rob from the neighborhood. So
yeah, I'd hate the hell out of that.
Yeah. I told you what they did. That's part of the reason everyone switched to plastic gutters around here, because you catch people, you come home and they're stealing the gutters off your house to scrap them.
Oh, yeah.
When aluminum went up in price.
Hey, Scooby, you should check your Discord.
Wow.
Right, oh, God, what the hell did you send me?
Please tell me it's more Alex Jones.
No. He shows his new flag for the flagpole.
More old-fashioned wholesome goodness. Nothing like Alex Jones going on a nice tirade about life is saved, Hillary Clinton the goddamn demon, George Soros the devil. Let's see here, the many failed Trump assassination attempts, and how the water is turning the frogs, and how you can fight it. Gotta love the hell out of it.
You know the scary thing is about Alex Jones?
What?
How much of his shit in the past 2 years has come out to be true?
Oh, absolutely. That's why I love watching him all the time.
It scares the shit out of me.
Oh, he's got good sources.
Well, bro, not even that. You gotta understand, he is the guy, like, when I was in college, when I first started out, when he first started out, when he, first went solo and he was independent, you'd have like one or two guys that you were friends with that was always into all the weird, wild shit. And they're like, yo, you got to hear this conspiracy nut down in Texas. And usually there'd be like a bottle getting passed around or a water bong or some shit like that. And everyone's sitting around chilling and they're listening to this crazy, whacked out guy talking about like the reptilians and all this other shit. And 20 years later, the guy is advising the president of the United States, and a lot of the shit he said has come out to be true. Yeah. I'm not comfortable with that. I'm really not comfortable with that, man. I mean, it's not like I'm saying I dislike Alex Jones. I don't want that misunderstood. I'm not comfortable with the fact that the shit that we used to sit there and chuckle about in college, like, yo, this guy from Texas is off the chain. Next thing you know, we're like, yo, this guy from Texas is right about everything. That's kind of fucked up, it blows your mind when you look at it through that lens. Like, what the fuck? Whoa, what? I don't know, man. It's Kelt's always sending me his shit. Tim Pool. It's like Tim Pool said. It's like we fell through like the portal into the opposite universe. He's always saying that because Trump is the president, and I think he should, get off of that fucking horse already. He's rode it long enough. But I mean,
he really should, or he should at least go back to whatever part of the North Side he's part of, and just get back to his from behind, he's got the degree for.
Yeah, but on the other side of that statement, though, I understand where he's coming from so far as like with the thing with Alex Jones, because like every crazy crackpot story he had on like 20 years ago has in the past 4 years, like about a good 70-80% of them have proven to be true.
Oh yeah. I made a nice propaganda piece about one of them, and the place used to get reported on all the time. You guys ever heard of Beech Grove?
Nah, why don't you walk us through it, bro?
No.
Okay. In Beech Grove, Indiana, there's this massive military complex. It was originally like an old metro station, basically, and it was just in disuse because they started using the South Shore line predominantly. Especially since they started restructuring a couple of neighborhoods in certain areas and such. So it fell into disuse, and the government wanted buying it, and they overhauled the hell of it in the early '90s. And lo and behold, in the mid 2000s, they started using that as a FEMA facility, but a military FEMA facility. Like, remember when everyone was going about the concentration camps and all that stuff? Beech Grove was one of the more predominant ones because it had a massive military presence. They do all sorts of drills there as well.
Can you mute it? I keep hearing it.
That's not me. I already got mine.
Hey, me.
It's not me.
Kelt.
Hey, my TV's muted.
What?
Anyway.
My TV is muted.
Well, stop playing it because we're playing back.
I don't know. But anyways, the thing about Beech Grove was... Oh, that's odd. I don't know. I'm trying to troubleshoot
My
that.
TV's broken.
From. No, it's not me. I got the thing muted.
All right. Well, anyway, you were saying though.
Yeah, as I was saying, the whole thing with Beech Grove is that it was pretty much three massive things mashed together. Because they still had the actual railroad station still functioning, tracks and everything, so they could load stuff in there and load it out. That's how they built up so quick within like 15, 20 years, is because they didn't need to fly anything. They just literally just used the tracks and just, basically stuck government stickers and everything and went, okay, we're reusing these tracks, so went, fuck off. So they just loaded, unloaded, retrofitted it all together, and then you've got a FEMA emergency center, a military training base, and then at the height of the Bush era concentration camp scare, Beech Grove wound up being put under the microscope because that place was like the biggest one in the region. And I should actually mention this. I wound up actually talking to a guy, not a guy that worked at that facility, but it was the first year that we went to. It was when I was going to leave, and remember when I caught that cabin I actually wound up meeting a guy who worked under FEMA, and he worked under FEMA during the Bush administration and the Trump administration. He was like, man, I tell you, I'm so glad this dude's in office. We have pulled a complete 180 from what we used to do. And I was like, what do you mean? He's like, well, I can't tell you too much because of the job and all that stuff, but I kind of, him and I kind of talked, and I more or less let him know, like, well, I've heard a thing or two about Beech Grove. I was like, oh, you know about Beech Grove over there in Indiana? All right, well, we're not doing stuff like that anymore. Rest assured, citizen. So, thankfully, that's not going to be too much of a thing anymore. But Beech Grove's still a massive place. Like, there was people that used to go around and would try and film Beech Grove when they started amping it up, and they'd get arrested all the time because they'd be unloading equipment, and they had these semi trucks going in, and every now and again it'd have these military drills going on, and it spooked people who lived in the actual neighborhood of Beech Grove because they'd hear live fire. What the fuck? That's not the neighbors. We don't have automatic weapons. They're like afraid that the Russians were coming and shit because back when Trump first got elected and the last years of Obama administration, everyone was worried that how we were basically playing air tag with the Russians and stuff. They're actually going to pull a Red Dawn on Obama while he was just, finishing up Bush's FEMA stuff. We were twisted, but the funny thing is no, just military drills, just spooking the hell out of people. Because there was a program that they had, and they still kind of loosely, but they've downscaled a bit to where we'd have several joint training operations between us and NATO and EU and South America, sometimes the Canadians and whomever, and basically we'd have like small little drills and stuff. And they had those over at Beech Grove. It was just very ominous because of the fact that they're also a FEMA facility, and then they had all those casket liners show up, and it's like, okay, you're a federal emergency management area, and you've got the fucking army there. You've got the fucking international guys going over there from the different armed forces branches and stuff. You've maybe got some UN guys in there. They've got these caskets there. Okay, what the hell's going on? Really spooky shit. And then over in California, they had one. Although the irony was they for a time being, until the administration changed things, they're basically using it to hold the homeless, which is disturbing. But it's not as bad as Beech Grove, thankfully, but still kind of creepy. You're gonna build a concentration camp for the homeless, and then basically just give them like RFID bus tickets and stuff like that, so they can catch the FEMA bus to get in and out of the literal camp.
That's crazy.
Yeah, all real too. Like Beech Grove, a lot of people got arrested trying to expose that, and eventually I think somebody got into that facility or one of the other similar facilities and started showing off the caskets. And in California, if I remember correctly,
Jesse Ventura.
Yeah, Jesse almost got into one. He literally got to like the front gate of one. It was like, what the hell do you guys have there? Al Capone?
That's crazy.
Yeah. I don't think he actually did get the caskets, but he wound up actually finding some of the footage from some people that were able to get pictures of the caskets and such. I have to go and review some of his old conspiracy theory series. But out of all the people that have done crazy stuff, it wouldn't surprise me if Jesse Ventura figured it out, because he literally almost got into Area 51, and he got to the front doorstep of HARP, and there was so little security. If he wanted to, he just could have just tore his shirt off, gone Jesse the Body on everybody, smacked through the front gate, and just simply punched the front door and walked in and went, I'm Governor Jesse the Body Ventura. What the fuck is going on with my tax money? And then there you go. He would have, figured out what was going on with HARP in Alaska. And all that was just crazy stuff Alex Jones was going on about that just turned out to be true.
They had Jesse Ventura on, I think it was, I want to say Opie and Anthony. Now, Opie and Anthony are these two fucking degenerates that got a radio station in my neighborhood. It turns out that they're syndicated all over the place. I've met them before. They look like a couple of basement-dwelling troglodytes. But the thing of it is, they had him on, Jesse Ventura, and Jesse Ventura used to be a SEAL back in the day. The man is also
as old as badass.
Well, he's as old as the hills, and his health isn't doing too good nowadays. And they had him on, and he wound up storming out of the interview with them. And I'll be completely honest. That's part of the reason I've been avoiding going out, because I know I'm going to see one of them and wind up just busting their fucking face open. My mother always says, don't say things like that, because then they can play it in court or whatever. But it's one of those things. The man's a veteran. He's what? He's in his 70s. You're going to sit there and try to humiliate him? Why? Because your ratings are doing bad? It's one of those things, you want to wait until they go into the men's room, walk up behind them when they're going to take a leak at the urinal, and then just take the back of their head in your palm and just push it through the fucking granite in front of you. But kids, you don't do shit like that. That's not good. I'm just saying you'd like to. You handle things civilly. You don't beat the shit out of people. It's the last thing I need. It's going to be said to do it. So.
No, Scooby suggested you do it.
I didn't even suggest.
I'm just messing with you, Scoob.
Yeah,
it's one of those implied things, you know?
Yeah.
I'm just fucking with you, Scoob.
No, I hear you, bro. I'm just saying, like,
you know, speaking of Jesse the Body, I wonder if we could take it down if we actually played some of the episodes of Conspiracy Theory, because there are quite a few on YouTube that people were able to put up. They're just viewed backwards in some case for copyrights or some shit or other.
You can post it. You can view it on, get it viewed on YouTube. It's just sometimes the owners will be like, you didn't ask my permission. Whereas I didn't get a copyright notice when I did that thing with, when we did the review of Raina Wong eating that pizza and that burger.
Yeah.
Because I already had her permission and I put that in the description.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Well, hell, if anybody's wondering, watch Conspiracy Theories with Jesse the Body Ventura. He uncovers a lot of crazy stuff. Pardon?
Is that on Netflix?
Should be. If it's not on Netflix, you're probably going to have to go and look it up online. That's what I wound up having.
You can't use Netflix. Netflix will get you.
Yeah, I got Netflix and I got Hulu. I don't know why I have them, because they don't do shit, apparently. I can't watch anything. Nothing's on there.
Now, you're going to have to wind up looking on Footlocker or somewhere like that for it. But there was one episode of Conspiracy Theories I liked because it was hysterical as hell, was the reptile people. Basically, long story short, there's another type of Area 51 place where this dude, Philip Schneider worked at, and he did like this major expose on it in the 90s, and he basically said that within one of the mazes they got in Dulce, there's like an underground base in there and all this crazy alien stuff and all that, and he talked a lot about reptile aliens in there. And at some point or another, this David Icke dude, who looks like a reject from Britain, masturbates too much. I guess at some point he looks like that. Disheveled hair and everything. This guy looks like he's just been doing a lot of this and a lot of this. I don't know which he does first, but he looks pretty disheveled and British. And I think the wanker's been wanking too wankily wanking. So like, it's let that sink in for a minute. Yeah. So David Icke at some point discovers this and goes, reptile people in a mesa in New Mexico, and goes on and on and on, and tirade and stuff, and picked up the whole reptile Nazi something dildo conspiracy theory. And then Jesse Ventura decides, okay, you're telling me there's reptile alien people that do all this insane stuff in an effing mountain. Well, it's actually a mesa, sir. In a mesa in New Mexico. Okay, settle up, guys. Get going to Dulce. And literally, he sits there with this guy, and he's like, David, show me the reptiles. Show me the reptile alien people. And then, like, the dude's like, blah, 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 and he's like making, like, Jesse's just like, he looks like he's 3 seconds flipped the table on this guy, and he's just like, you know what, this is a waste of my time. Just tell me where the hell this place is at. I'll go find it my damn self. You know, I've had enough of your mind games and all this other woo-joo, juju stuff. I'm a freaking SEAL, not a magician.
Yeah.
So what he winds up doing is he goes to the shooting range with a couple of the guys not too far away from Dulce, and they do a mock training little skit where they're like, basically like, okay, so this thing's supposed to be yay big, yay muscly, can rip you apart in 5 seconds. And they literally did the math of how long it would take for this thing to run at you full speed, and for how well you'd have to place your shots to take it down. So they literally did like a whole thing where they're like shooting paper, and you know, they've got a guy adjusting the speed on the machine and everything. Jesse's like, all right, guys, we're being attacked by these rapist reptile people. Light them up. And they do that for about 5 minutes, and then Jesse and the team get to where the mesa's at, start digging around there, and they brought this psychic lady around for some reason to basically be like a lizard radar detector, basically. because like they're supposed to have psychic abilities. So they're like, okay, woman, you are the radar. Tell us where the lizards are at. It's like radar/minesweeper, and they actually found some weird patches of land where they're just ripping up these artificial chunks of land. It's like, huh, we're in a natural mesa. Why the hell would you need a thing 5 feet deep of artificial grass and all this other weird stuff? And that this woman just starts like breaking down, having a psychotic episode. She's like, the lizard people are telling you, da 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 da, this, they're gonna get us, we gotta go, and all that. Jesse's just like, let's do a little bit more digging. And then she goes on and on about it. Like, okay, fine. Put all the artificial grass back. Get the hell out of here before the cops show up. I was like, this woman was legit worried that they're sending her all sorts of psychic communications and stuff. And that as soon as Jesse actually found the secret hole, they're basically going to paravolt down there Phil Schneider style and get eaten alive by lizard or something. Or if you're David Icke, fornicated to death.
I'm at a loss myself.
It's a little out there, but there's some truth to it. That's the scary part. I'm not sure about the reptile lizard people, but there is an actual base there.
I don't doubt it.
Been arrested.
I don't doubt it, and it's one of those things that, oh, God forbid we ever find out that there actually were lizard people, and that we've been getting dicked around for God knows how long because of these fucking things. Oh, forget about it. They'll never get off this planet fast enough. I don't know about the rest of you. I'm actually, despite the fact that I'm a hothead and I'm a loudmouth, I actually do try to talk things out. I'm not a violent person normally.
Normally?
No, seriously. No, believe it or not, I'm actually very pleasant. Like, Burnside and Tara have both been with me in public. I'm actually really polite and amicable. I'm friendly towards people.
I'm screwing with you, Scoob.
No, I'm just saying. I have, like, this reputation of, like, unfortunately, this reputation that they've made up about me on the internet where I'm some sort of a madman. And
we're all madmen, or in the case of Tara, mad woman.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's like this thing, like, you can't be assertive, otherwise, oh my God, he's a psycho. I mean, look, he stands up for himself, don't talk to him. That's basically, like, the vibe I get from a lot of these folks. But I'm saying, like, in general, if I found out that, like, somebody's fucking with my family, it's a bunch of lizard people, that they're looking at them as, like, food or something, no, fuck that. God, I'm making luggage out of them. Seriously, I'm saying I'm not calling for violence, but if I find out, like, oh yeah, we're looking at
Scooby's
house,
luggage with the matching boots and belt buckles.
Yeah.
Send the bodies to Tara. She'll make a purse. She'll make stuff out of them for you.
Yeah, basically, David Icke's theory is that these lizard people are either the original inhabitants or they've been like aliens here for a longer time than humans.
He's been watching too much Star Trek.
David Icke's definitely watching something. He's watching something because he's going like this and he's going like this. And he's like, I have had an epiphany and I think I know how to defeat the lizard for $300. Like, how a guy does that, I don't know.
You shoot something enough and it's gonna die.
Yeah.
Or you shoot something with a large enough caliber and it's gonna die.
Pretty much. That was literally Jesse's argument. Like, he's sitting there and he's like, we have this thing called guns, Mr. Ike. And they do a thing called kill. And I can use them to kill very well. You know, like, he was practically like doing the Liam Neeson thing in a political manner when he was trying to tell him, like, he's just like, show me where these things are.
Or if you want to be sure that lizard person is dead, drop a 500-pound bomb on his head.
Yeah. You know,
if you want to be extra sure.
It's funny because with David Icke, people would tell me what his stance was, and I'm like, wait, what is he into? And they tell me, I'm like, that's the plot for the G.I. Joe animated movie from 1987. You know, like,
it really is.
They're like, what? I'm like, bro, in G.I. Joe the movie, they wind up going up into the Arctic Circle and they find this hidden city that's inhabited by lizard people. And the
Cobra
lizard
Commander is
people
one of them.
Huh?
Cobra Commander is one of them.
Yes. Exactly.
And Tara's going to hate me for this reference. Or if you watch Star Trek Voyager, the Voth.
Oh, boy.
You know, it's funny because, if you do 6 degrees of separation, you can actually connect me to Star Trek. It's really cool because I can do this really easily. I used to work at Gilgo Beach as the dock master, and Gilgo Beach was the beach that was in the pilot episode of Deep Space Nine when Commander Sisko is walking across the beach to his wife, and he has the tray with the 2 iced teas. That's Gilgo Beach that they're at.
That is awesome.
Thank you.
No, but seriously, that wild theory about lizard people being here, the chances of them staying hidden this long are astronomical.
Yeah. Like there's been several times where like there have been some people associated with this or that and the other who disappeared or have been shot, assassinated, shit like that. But it's like, okay, we're trying to sneak into a military facility. Yeah, there might be aliens and stuff like that. That might be a legit thing. But alien hybrid overlords just doesn't strike me. You know? Like, I'm not buying that. You know, just like how Scoop, you and Scoop said, yeah, you can pick this out of Star Trek, you could pick this out of G.I. Joe. We've seen this many times before, and you could get a giant tinfoil hat tie thing and slap it together, but it still doesn't make it any more.
Yeah, the tin hat will just make you look crazy.
Yeah.
And absolutely hilarious.
Oh yeah. Or it'll give you plus 10 armor like in South Park.
Yeah. Now, if I saw someone walking down the street with a big tin hat on, I'm not even going to try to retain my laughter. I'm just going to laugh.
Yeah.
I'm just going to watch him walk by and I'm going to laugh. I'm not even going to try and stop myself. I'm just going to fucking laugh.
Nice.
Because there are certain things that you just...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there are certain things that you just cannot not laugh at.
Oh, definitely.
Like,
speaking of funny stuff. Oh, sorry, I thought you were done. Go right ahead, man. Finish the stuff.
Like, the funniest shit over on the square. And I know you all know this story, but I don't know if some of our viewers have heard this one. So over at the square, there's this black Ford F-250. Now, I know everyone's seen a Ford F-250. It's a big fucking truck. Beefy truck. Now, on the tailgate and both sides of this truck, in big pink neon letters, and I do mean pink neon, this shit would blind you under a black light. It says, Flat Earth Society. Every time I walk or drive past that truck, I cannot help but laugh.
Oh, God.
Flat Earth.
I'm not trying to be racist, but the dude that drives this truck is just this huge black guy. And by huge, I mean he is just like one big muscle. I mean, that is the best way I can describe him. I mean, if this guy tried to touch his fingers behind his back, he could not do it. That's how big his muscles are.
Damn.
He is just like, he's like 6'2". He is fucking huge.
So this guy is like my size, but completely jacked.
Yes. This guy could probably lift the front of his truck with one hand. If he really wanted to.
I'm just picturing this guy sitting there lifting weights. I gotta get in shape. Fucking Earth's gonna flip over.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh man.
And I know it's his truck because I saw him climb into it. I'm like, I was just shocked because I didn't expect. I just didn't expect it to be like this huge guy.
You expect somebody that looks like Napoleon Dynamite's brother to be driving something like that.
No, I just expected it to be a skinny guy.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you remember Napoleon Dynamite, his brother? I'm training to be a cage fighter, Napoleon. That's exactly who I would have pictured to drive a truck like that. Not some guy who looks like, Mr. Universe.
He's Mr. Universe because he's going to have to be Atlas and pull the ears up.
I love that banner.
Oh God, I'm literally just picturing him like arguing with his wife. You're not going to the gym again, baby. I gotta lift those weights. If the earth flips, we're fucked. Oh God, I'm going to hell.
We're all going to hell.
There is no hell.
Oh yeah, I forgot. You're the
There's
atheist.
the Hell, Michigan. There's the Hell down in the Bahamas. It's a little island. You can send a postcard from Hell, and there's actually a Hell, I think, in Rome or in Italy.
Yep. Exactly.
Is Hell, Michigan, the one where the guy went and like bought property and just erected a town, painted everything red, and
Yes.
runs around? That's the one where he runs around in a suit dressed in all red and calls himself the devil.
Yes.
Oh God,
that's so awesome. I want to go to that town.
I want to throw a firecracker at him. Like just get an M80, light it, wait till he runs by, then light it and throw it at him.
He I think declared himself mayor for life. He erected this town back in the 90s. I'll never forget. I was in high school and I'm reading this article because we had to do current events. So this is the one I picked. And I'm sitting there reading it, and I'll never forget it because where I went, it was called the Lindenhurst ALC, and it was the last stop before Juvie Hall. And the teacher she's like, "Okay, you got to read your thing in front of the class." I'm like, "All right," so I'm reading it, and I'm in a class full of all thugs. So one of the kids is like, "Yo, Money, where's this town called Hell at? I want to go check this shit out, yo." I'm like, I think it's in Michigan. Yo, Michigan, where the fuck is that, man? That's in Chicago, right? Like, nah, bro. It's the state.
It's in Chicago.
It's in Chicago.
Yeah. Oh, bro, you got no idea. One of these thugs I was up in the class with, he raised his hand. We're in science class. The teacher was Mr. Kissel. He raised his hand. Yo, Kissel, turtles is fish, right? They breathe water and shit. Yeah, that's who I went to school with. You gotta realize, like, when I was in high school, some of these guys actually had tattoos already and shit. They were all inked up.
Oh, I would get in so much trouble with those guys.
Yeah. I showed Burnside like a while ago a video where they actually got some of the extras from the neighborhood, and he's seen them. He's like, "Holy shit, this is what the people look like you live with them, that you live around." I'm like, "Yeah, this is the neighborhood."
Just that fish comment. I would have said,
yeah.
No, it's a cheetah.
I'll never forget it though. This is actually the same guy I'm talking about. Like, when we were in high school, he got arrested because a buddy of mine was a Christian football player.
Oh no!
And they were both on the football team. And my boy went up, and he's like, he went up to the, when they roll out that thing that they plug the hose into, it's like the watering fountain.
Yeah.
My boy was at this guy's spot. So this guy walked up to him. He's like, "Yo, you're at my spot." And he only said it once. He took the helmet and cracked his head open.
Damn.
Yeah. Well, again, last stop before Juvie. These guys don't exactly play too fair. But, oh man, I remember the dumb shit that they used to say. And school was a trip. It really was. It was interesting sitting in there in class with the teachers because, you're in there with all thugs and shit. So they're like foul to the teachers. Like the one teacher, she was really nice. Her name was Miss Chop. And the one guy, he would raise his hand. He's like, "Yo, Chops, I got a question for you." And she'd be like, "Yeah, what's up? How can I help you?" "Yeah, so you check this out. So you're telling me that if I go and I do this, I ain't gonna get charged as an adult?" "No, son, that's not what I'm saying to you. They might charge you as an adult."
Girls, it was turtles.
Huh? Say what?
Bird's fucked up on the banner.
Girls breathe water like fish. Not turtles, man. Turtles. He thought turtles. Like he was asking about sea turtles because they're sea turtles. He figured that they breathe water. And I'm like, they don't breathe water, you dingus. I said they extract oxygen out of water. Yo, Scoob, what do you think I'm stupid? How the fuck they gonna get oxygen out of water? It's water. There's no air in there. The fuck you think I'm stupid?
H2O. 2 hydrogen, 1 oxygen.
He was an idiot. Like, he honestly, like, somebody told this moron that they harvested sulfur out of shit. That's the reason it smelled as bad as it did. And this guy actually thought that's the reason that we had toilets.
Oh, that is so something I would do.
I went to school with some real winners. You gotta realize.
I'd say, seriously, I would say, hey, I need some sulfur. And if you ask where you get it, I need you to go get me some shit.
Yeah. Well, because like somebody, it wasn't me. I didn't come up with this, and when they told me afterwards, I'm like, why didn't I think of that to tell him? Because they actually sold it to him. They're like, yeah, it's dehydrated. You know, like how iced tea mixes dehydrated iced tea. They explained to him matches with dehydrated shit, just like you seen in the movie Beyond Thunderdome. And he's like, yeah, I seen that with Tina Turner. And we're like. And they're like, yeah, well, just like how they were harvesting shit in that movie for fuel. That's where matches come from. No, they don't. But, it was easy to sell this guy, too, because we're like, yo, horses are made from glue. Like, glue's made from horses, bro. Seriously. He's like, what? Glue's made from horses? And somebody whipped out an encyclopedia and showed this motherfucker, and that was it. You could convince him that things were made from small children if, like you sold it to him right.
Hey, violence things are made from cat guts.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So there was precedent already. Like what was really bad too was there was a lot of like urban myths that were going around. Like one of the ones that was really bad was like, I don't know if this is true. Like when we were in school, they told us that in Cool Ranch Doritos, the sodium guanylate, that's supposed to be actually bat shit. They told us in high school that the sodium guanylate was they would use that to get the chemicals to stick to the chips better, and it was an extract of cat shit. Now we know that the FDA actually lets certain things slide, bat shit, excuse me. So like we were convinced because they let that the coffee into this country that's made from cat shit. Somebody else said, well, yeah, because that's what the sodium guanylate is. It's made from bat shit. It's made from an extract. Huh?
Sodium gluconate is a compound with formula NaC6H11O7. It is the sodium salt of gluconic acid. Its E number is E576. Sodium gluconate is widely used in textile dyeing, printing, and metal surface water treatment.
That's even worse. I was happy when I thought it was bat shit. You're telling me that's the stuff that they use in steel?
Yeah.
Hey, the stuff, fucking Fireball? That cinnamon liquor?
Oh, I thought you were talking about my neighbor's cat.
No. You know that cinnamon liquor crap, Fireball?
Yeah.
They use plain de-icer in that.
Oh, for fuck's sake. What about Avalanche?
That cinnamon liquor too?
I know what. There's one of them is Inferno, and the other one is Avalanche.
I have no idea. I have no idea what's in Avalanche, but I know that in Fireball they use plain de-icer in it. I looked on the back label.
Well, I'm sure I did.
It's fucking plain de-icer.
It's a mute point to ask this, but if anyone here has ever had Tic Tacs before, you've eaten turtle wax. The main ingredient in Tic Tacs is Carnauba wax. Pure Carnauba wax is the main ingredient of turtle wax. It's 100% Carnauba wax.
That is hilarious.
Yeah.
My little brother loves Tic Tacs.
I did too, till I found out I was eating turtle wax.
Now I'm gonna get him a can of turtle wax and some mints.
I always like the orange ones myself. Those are my favorite.
I'm gonna get him a can of turtle wax and some mints, and go, here's your Tic Tacs. He's gonna be like, what the hell is this? Your Tic Tacs.
You know,
I'm gonna do that for Christmas.
I'm thinking about it back in the day when I used to go to the nightclubs. Between the flavors of the mixed drinks, and then everyone, like they'd have Tic Tacs, they'd have the Lifesavers, you'd have the strips you put on your tongue, you'd have the breath spray, you'd have all the shit you do to your breath. I'm surprised when these cops pulled you over and you used a breathalyzer, it didn't burst into flames from all the chemicals and shit that you were breathing.
I know, right?
Yeah,
I know, right. It did just go whoosh or explode, for that matter.
Yeah. Well, one of the things we always looked for back in the day was there was the urban myth that if you drank Zima, you could pass a breathalyzer test.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, so you always look for the asshole that's drinking Zima. That's the person you want to make sure you leave before. That way you don't slam into you.
Yeah.
And there was, do you remember these things they came out with them? I think about like maybe 10, 15 years ago. They had two brands. They were competing with each other, Chasers and Shooters. And what they were, they were the pill you would take before you would go to the bar. That way the next day you wouldn't get a hangover.
Yeah, they didn't work.
They worked for me, but it was just the next day was not pleasant.
All it was candy-coated aspirin.
Exactly.
I thought that
aspirin does not work on me.
I thought that they were like absorbing whatever it was, because the next day I went to use the bathroom.
That's what aspirin is supposed to do.
What, help you clear your stomach out?
No, it helps absorb shit as well.
Oh, okay, that explains it then.
It's supposed to help absorb the toxins. The bad shit. Aspirin does not work on me.
But no, I remember those. They all they were because we sold them at my convenience store. All they were was literally
candy-coated aspirin.
I read the back of the package, and it said yellow dye something, something about corn syrup and shit like that. And then I saw the word aspirin or acetaminophen or some shit like that, and I was like, this is a crock of shit.
If I want candy-coated aspirin, I'll just get a piece of candy and take an aspirin with it.
Right? I'll just shove an aspirin inside a gumdrop.
Exactly.
You know what was the one thing I think I wasted more money on? And before anyone says anything, everyone around here bought it. Everyone had a kit. And, this is going to sound bad. People, it's not like it was roofies. That's some horrible shit. Everyone around here, you would try at least once. You'd see if it worked. You grab Spanish Fly. And I remember, because that was one of the things. We thought it was the Spanish Fly was working. We didn't just know we were hanging out with a bunch of loose, crazy women. But we used to, like, you get the Spanish Fly and you mix it with Brass Monkey and you pass it and shit around and everyone's having a good time. And I just remember, because of how much that shit was at one point, like, you go and you buy it, and then later on, when the internet became prevalent, you'd look up the ingredients and you'd flip your shit because they were selling you like cat vitamins or something.
Cat vitamins.
Yeah, like, you're reading the ingredients, you're like, motherfucker, this is the shit that my aunt gives a cat to keep it from getting lethargic. It's one of those things, you're mad because you got burned, but you cannot be mad at the person for doing it. Because somebody said to me, they're like, yo, Scoob, what's up? I'm like, yeah. They're like, yo, you hear about these white guilt boxes? I go, what you mean white guilt boxes? They're like, yo, these two black broads, those two thick ones that took away Bernie Sanders' microphone. I'm like, yeah. They're like, yo, they're selling these white guilt boxes for like $200 a piece. You give them $200. They send you this empty box for you to write all this shit about how you're a bad white person, and you go bury it in your backyard. Yo, does that piss you off? I'm like, oh, fuck yeah, I didn't think of it.
Hold on. This is coming from Chemistry World. Mm-hmm. What is Spanish Fly made of? Spanish Fly is one of the oldest, most legendary aphrodisiacs. It's made from the crushed bodies of insects, which oddly enough aren't flies and don't come from Spain, but are beetles in the Medulidae family, called blister beetles, that live worldwide.
So they were selling us clicker bugs. That's even better. That's fucking great. Crushed up clicker bugs and catnip. Seriously, I gotta tip my hat to those hippies. I give them credit. That's some smart thinking on their
Also,
part.
inside of it is Largarine, which you can just buy in itself, and it's used to enhance human performance and activity. Maca, it's an aphrodisiac. Tribilis terrillis, guarana, caffeine,
and Pinnacle horny goat weed.
Oh God, I love horny goat weed.
Everyone loves that shit. You ever smoke it?
Fuck no.
Oh my God, you trail like a motherfucker.
My ex and I took it in pill form. I was still at work, and so I'm kind of inside staring at him through the glass because I can't really leave the store unless I'm just having a cigarette. And I'm horny as hell, and he's in the car fucking my pillow.
That's great. Wow.
And what's funny is my baby brother got to meet this very man.
Awesome.
Wait, which one?
Okay, then.
He's the one that you learned way too much about me.
Oh.
Too much information in too short a time.
Yeah.
No, see, Burnside.
He's the one that learned too much about her. I'm like, the midget?
No, not Brad Williams. That was just the tip of the iceberg.
Lawrence sent me a couple things that I wanted to go through because he sent me a couple funnies he wanted me to go and show off. So let me see if I can get the screen share thing to work.
Sure.
My ex, instead of just letting it be the tip of the iceberg, no, he split that bitch in half so that the Titanic could go through.
Okay, this is something House made from when he was just watching Bobby do one of his tirades about termites and that.
Oh,
and
I
he
got
wanted
a fun
to
story for y'all after this.
All right, sure. So I've only got a few of these.
I'm probably gonna have to hop off after this.
Bobby, oh, you're gonna be going to bed soon too?
Yeah, after this, I gotta hop off only because it's 11 o'clock my time. I gotta get up at 5.
Okay, let's go on 2 hours, so we can wrap up in a handful of minutes. And I just wanted, Lawrence was like, here, I just finally found these old things. Here, show these off real quick for a good laugh. And what this one's supposed to be is Bobby gradually losing his mind as he's going on about termites because he liked how he just used to do all the tirades on it and stuff. Apparently.
It's still loading for me.
Yeah, same here.
It still is? Oh, yeah. What the hell. Son of a bitch. Well, I'll scroll it down a little bit. So it starts with an unsavory adversary, which makes one instantaneously ponder said individual's resemblance to Isoptera tomatode, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. And you scroll down. His mouth gets really wide. This stupid idiot is a fucking termite! And then it just starts, and then you scroll down, and then he starts tweaking again into a diamond shape. Dumb fuck is termite, and from there it just denigrates into termite. 011101000 gone.
These kids' senses of humor are on a whole different level.
It's weird as hell. Then there's this one, Bobby Rizzo, proud Singapore citizen.
Still loading.
Oh, damn it. Well, what they did with this one is they actually cut him out carefully from one of the scenes, and they propped the Singaporean flag behind him. And so they're doing a meme contest. This is one that won. Bobby Rizzo here, proud Singapore citizen. And then there's this one, if this will load. I'm gonna try and see if I can get the audio to work with this one. This is the guy who was trying to get a hold of earlier, Mont, doing a bit on calling Bobby at 3 in the morning. So here, 1 second. Alright, let's see this. Damn it. Let's see if this damn thing works.
Okay, while you fiddle with that, I'm gonna tell this story real quick because it's hilarious.
Alrighty.
So, On my truck, I have 4 bumper stickers total. Above my front wheel wells, I have "To Punish and Enslave" from Transformers. And then on the back, on my tailgate, I have "I'm driving a stick shift. We are on a hill. Are you sure you want to be close enough to read this?" And then on my back window, I have "I'm a mechanic, but I can't fix stupid." Now, a few days ago, I'm sitting at a stoplight, and this motorcycle cop pulls up right beside me, and he looks over and he reads the bumper sticker sitting right above my wheel well, "To Punish and Enslave," and he just chuckles. Now, I pass under 2 lights, and I go about maybe like half a mile, and he ends up behind me. He reads the bumper sticker that's on my tailgate, and he backs up. Then he reads the one on my back window, and he just hangs his head down and shakes his head.
Did that video work at all?
Nah.
No.
Oh, what the hell? Damn it. So I have to give everyone a play-by. Okay. So that video that I just attempted to show if this fucking work, was Lamont doing a video about calling Bobby at 3 in the morning to prank call him, and he instead gets pranked because Bobby picks up the phone and just yells at him, "Nazi!" and then Lamont comes up and he's like, "I'm not a fucking termite." There's the phone, starts flipping over his chair and everything, and then he goes to a meme that he made where it's they cut out Bobby's head and stuck it on that woman that did the wrecking ball video thing, and gave a couple seconds of gunfire and one of the tirades he was going on about how you got to fight dirty against me.
So they superimposed him over Miley Cyrus on riding the wrecking ball.
Yes.
That's funny. That's really funny.
Yeah, it's here. I'll send the video in the side thing. I'll see if you might be able to get it to work. It's pretty damn funny. It's just for whatever reason, I guess it just doesn't want to work. Here, it's in the side chat or whatever the hell it's called, private chat. See if you might be able to pull it up. One of you guys. It's funny as hell. I wish it would really work. And the other two are just like, just miscellaneous funny memes. That video is like one of the reasons why I was like, okay, Lamont, we need to work on something, because that's hysterical. As short and stupid as it is, he's got some comical talent.
Alright, let's see. Yeah, I can't get it to work.
Mine's not going to work because I haven't updated my driver in months.
Why have you not updated your driver?
Lazy.
Christ, man. Oh, that sucks.
Technical difficulties.
Alright, are you guys seeing my share screen?
Nope.
Not yet.
I did see this video before. This kid sent it to me.
There it goes.
Alright, give it a go. See if this thing can work.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, put it at full screen. And
There'd be shit outside, which means it's 3 a.m. I can't do very it's 3 a.m. right now. So, let's do this shit. Nazis. I'm a fucking terrorist. A lot of Republicans look at themselves as civilized people, do the same people. Democrats are armies,
The miracles of caller ID.
you go.
Gotta love that. Thank you. Ah, glad it's finally able to work.
The miracles of caller ID.
He's picking up. Nazi! I'm not a fucking termite. Ah! Start demolishing his place.
Yeah, these kids are funny.
Oh, yeah.
I liked
Yup.
it. That kid actually sent that to me months ago when he first did, and I told him I liked it and thought it was funny.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, I'm surprised it took him this long to finish it. But I don't know how long these things take to make. I got no idea how long videos take to put together.
I don't know. He's had that one up for a while, but it depends on your compression and all that shit. So I just like using Adobe.
Honestly, it depends on the length of the video. And how pretty you want it to be.
Yeah,
Sorry.
that's why I do mine. No, it's all good. That's why I do mine in like single takes, and I just usually I'll go if I can go to the bunker. I'm gonna try to get back out to the bunker and start filming there again. You know, apparently, I was wondering why there was like a stop in the homeless traffic. It's a good way to segue into this. You guys heard how we fixed our homeless problem here?
Oh.
If you're in a homeless shelter in New York City for 90 days, they don't want you there no more. So they'll send you anywhere in the country you want to go, including Hawaii. They give you a year's worth of rent, and they send you to anywhere in the country. So that's the reason that the bunker, like since the spring, it's been I've been able to clean it up because there's been no homeless. They all been in friggin' like Malibu and shit.
Wow.
They give you a year's rent and a year's food stipend and send you to anywhere in the country you want to go. Yeah, that's how New York took care of their homeless problem. That's why there's so many homeless in California. They're coming here from Jersey. They're coming here from Philly. They're coming here from all over the eastern seaboard. They're staying in my city for like 90 days, and then boom, they get to relocate for the West Coast for a year.
That's funny.
Yeah.
That is hilarious.
The best part is they're all pocketing that rent money and living in tents.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what's going on over there. But upside, yeah, New York City proper is getting fucked on the taxes. The upside for me is I'm outside of the boroughs, so I don't pay for that. And the bunker is actually right within the boroughs, so it gets maintained by the city proper. So yeah, I get to go film, and no more homeless guys up in there. But it's ironic. Yeah, it's ironic though, because I told Burnside and Terra, I found a wall somewhere in the neighborhood, right by the tracks. I'd never noticed before. I walked past and I'm looking, I'm like, holy shit, look at this work. It's all these different art pieces that are thrown up there, graffiti. So I told him, I'm like, fuck this, not just a bunker. I'm going to start when the weather's nice. I'm going to go film at this in front of all these graffiti pieces. I mean, it literally looks like somebody did it professionally. The walls have been painted white. And I guess that's why these artists all seen these walls. They're like, oh, fuck this. I ain't passing this up. And it's right next to the tracks. So I got that backdrop of while I'm filming. Every once in a while, you're going to see the New York City trains going past. So it's going to have a good aesthetic. But yeah, thank God for that fucking big Hoop de Blasio up over in the mayor's mansion. Because if he didn't get rid of the homeless like this, I wouldn't have had this opportunity present itself. Sounds kind of fucked up, but is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, take advantage of it.
Hey,
you'll be able to make
it's
use of
California. It's California and Hawaii's problem now.
Exactly.
None of them want to come down to Texas.
Well, that was what I was telling Burnside. I was thinking of just like getting a room in one of these homeless shelters for like the next 90 days. Just okay, go sign in at the book every day and go about my business. But I just wanted to go sign up so I could go move out to Chicago to live with Burnside for a year rent-free with all the food money.
Hell yeah.
Seriously. Or I could relocate. I could go down to Texas. Like, hell, I could. It's anywhere in the fucking country. I mean, if I was a sadist and I didn't like myself, I could go up into Alaska and go crazy with the snow and no sunsets. But I don't think I'm going to do that.
You'd also be a sadist to go over to California Everything's more expensive there.
Oh God, yeah, screw that.
I'm used to it. It's the same price as I got here, except they got the sun and palm trees. It's all right. California at this point is they got okay. Crazy naked fat chicks with blue hair that run around the city screaming at you, why aren't you looking at me? Are you trying to fat shame me? Okay, sweetheart, I'll look at you. Why the fuck are you looking at me? Are you trying to objectify me? They do that shit to you. They would literally do that to you in the same breath. I'd rather deal with it with palm trees. I got no problem with it. But then you got the other problems. You got the mudslides, you got the fucking the fires, you got the earthquakes. That's the deterrent. Not the crime, because they got beaches over there and cliffs. I mean, if a couple of Mexicans try to roll me, I'll pitch them off the fucking rocks. But the thing of it here is, like, I can't do that around here. We don't have terrain. The topography over there is beautiful. My God, if you got into a brawl over there, I mean, you just got to, like, go 5 feet. There's, like, rocks and canyons and all sorts of shit. You can go, like, you can handle people. You don't got that here. But I digress. I'm saying, like, if I had to choose, California doesn't seem that bad to me, but the biggest problem is the Californians themselves. It's the people in California. That's the deterrent. Not the crime, not any of that other shit. We got it all here. It's the Californians themselves. And I'm sorry if you're from California and listen to this and you're a decent person. You people annoy me.
Who wants to hear a funny meme?
You know, it's like, seriously, it's like one of those things like, oh, bro, you don't understand. You have to get your energy together. Your chi is all sorts of messed up, bro. You need to have yourself a veggie smoothie, bro. You need to have tofu. You
need a coffee enema.
Yeah. Bro, you have to get your energy aligned, bro. You have to get your chi together. Why the fuck do they all talk like that in California? What the fuck? They either sound like that, they like they just came in from surfing for 3 days straight, or what I really love is
it's the Bends.
Well, no, I actually think they all say bro, because there's a guy out there that has donated sperm all his life. That's literally how he lives. And he has over 600, no joke, he has over 600 children.
Good for him.
So they say that because they're all related.
Yeah. But the other thing is, this is the point I was getting to, is you got people from Texas, you got people from New Mexico. I can understand if you have an accent like that, but what is with those fucking people in California with that reach for the sky, Slim, gunslinger accent? Like, I don't understand that when they come to me and they start talking to me and they sound like a cow puncher, and then you're like, yeah, I'm from Malibu. What? Yeah, my family came here like 200 years ago or whatever on a wagon train. Why do you still sound like you're from the prairie then? I mean, I've noticed that.
Western movies are from Hollywood?
I think it's like just like a certain grouping of the people that like moved there. They didn't, the accent got like concentrated. Because like, you know who like really has it bad? The singer, Kesha. If you hear her in an interview, she literally sounds like she should be running around with like the chaps on and the fucking cowboy boots. But no, she's a surfer girl. She grew up on the beach. She's got it's literally that gunslinger accent. You know that horrible accent you'd hear the gunslingers use in the Western movies? That's actually a California accent. A lot of people, I didn't learn this until like I went to school and started taking classes and shit, like, you know, in phonetics and phrenology and etymology and how words evolve and all that fun shit. I did not know that that's a California accent, and it drives me fucking because I thought one of my cousins, like her friend, was going to come out here, and I figured she was going to be one of those like oh my God, Valley chicks, or I thought at least she was going to be another one of those, you know, bro, you need to do work on your chi, bro. I thought she was going to be one of them. No, she comes out. Wow, it sure is a nice place y'all got here. Like talking like this, I'm looking at her like, and it's that the gunslinger accent, and they still have it over there. Just like, you know, people don't realize you have people that speak like me that live here. Do you guys remember? Are you familiar with the actor George Plimpton?
Nope, vaguely.
Do you remember the Disney Channel used to have Masterpiece Theater?
Yes.
That's George Plimpton.
Oh.
You want to know where he's from?
California.
The same fucking neighborhood as me. That's a New York
Thank
accent.
God.
That's a New York accent he's speaking with. That's my whole point. Not everyone here speaks like me. Some people sound like they're straight up British, like that. It's fucking freaky. That's the same phenomenon you get over in California. You get them gunslingers. It's just the damnedest thing. They literally, you'd expect to hear like they're working on a ranch in Montana. You'd expect to hear that they were, like around cattle and chuck wagons and, like chili was 3 meals a day, that sort of shit. Nope. They're all surfers. It's just, it's these little niches that they've developed and held on to this way of speaking. It's pretty wild.
All right.
The way we evolved.
You guys want to hear the funny Hillary meme?
Sure.
Oh.
All right. Hillary ranting. I'm getting really tired of you seeing you in my memes, cat. It's the little white cat at the dinner table. What are you going to do about it? You see a dead cat on the road. And you see Hillary with his smug face. He tripped. And then the cat again. 9 lives, your move.
9 lives, your move.
The one I was going to tell you earlier has Danny Trejo sitting on a couch with a bunch of kids, and he's reading them a Christmas story. It says, so that's when I slapped the dirty green pendejo for ruining Christmas, and then I made tacos for everyone. The end.
If we want tacos, let's ask Pepe over there.
I've got a Hillary meme.
Mm-hmm.
It's a photoshopped image of Hillary waving at a cemetery. And the caption was, I don't know if she's waving hello at her voters or goodbye at her witnesses.
Nice.
Oh, here's Burnside's Christmas list. My Christmas list is short this year. 1 million in cash, the souls of all those who have displeased me, and a kitten.
Yeah.
I seen her speak once when I was in college.
No, that's your Christmas list.
No, it's not, because mine would be a dog.
Are you sure about that?
And I don't want the souls of all those that displease me. I want to kill them. I just want to kill them.
No, what's on
If
Scooby's
you own their
Christmas list is you getting a selfie with Trump.
Yes. Yes. Your brother's correct. That is exactly on the top of my list. That's on top of my bucket list, too.
While wearing a MAGA hat.
That would.
Yes.
Oh,
make Florida great again hat. Even better.
Oh.
I would rather push this throwing knife through my ear than get a selfie with Trump.
I know. You don't like the president. It's cool.
He's a complete moron.
Fucking zodiac signs. The Fuck It Squad. Taurus, Sagittarius, Capricorn. The Fuck Me Squad. Pisces, Libra, Scorpio. The Fuck You Squad. Aries, Aquarius, and Leo. The Fuck Everything Squad. Gemini, Cancer, Virgo.
I think you should move Taurus over to the Fuck You Squad.
Well, which one's Cancer in?
Because I'm Taurus, and I just say fuck you if you don't like it.
And Aries should be in the fuck everything thing because they're known for their virility.
Harry, which one's Cancer in?
Which one was Cancer?
Yeah.
Fuck everything.
Yeah, that sounds about right. My wife's a Cancer. That's how she is. Yeah, everything is always, it's
the new violet flavor Mountain Dew from Japan has now landed in the U.S.
Yeah, a friend of mine asked me to check FYE, see if they had it yet, and they do. Like $5.99 for 1 can, 10 for 2.
I'm not paying that much for a fucking can of soda.
And it's a 12-ounce can.
Yeah. Me neither. I didn't pay that much at Woodstock.
Japanese kanji.
Dude, you started a riot at Woodstock.
True. So what's up with this dew from the rising sun? What's so special about it?
What?
This Mountain Dew. What's so special that it's worth that much money? Other than the fact it's imported.
Mountain Dew Violet supposed to be a new flavor that was only in Japan for a while.
So these dipshits are paying 100 times past what the usual markup is on this shit just for. Oh, it's purple.
Yeah, Mountain Dew Violet.
Wow.
Here's how it didn't say Crimson.
You know, I was going to buy.
This one we're definitely going. We're all definitely going to Michigan for. Imagine getting jumped by some slow kids, and you hear one of them say, "Drool in his mouth, Vincent." It's not Christmas until you see Hans Gruber fall off the Nakatomi Plaza.
Hans. Many a Holocaust joke.
All right, here's another one. The cat at the dinner table. Chuck Norris with his finger up saying, "That's enough." The cat goes, "Okay."
You know what I like? A guy around the neighborhood, he actually had on his cigarette boat. And for those of you who don't know what a cigarette boat is, you've seen them in movies. Those are the speedboats that are extremely long with like 3 or 4 engines on the back, and they have what's called a rooster tail where it shoots the water up as the boat's going. And even the boats were like really, even though it's like really long, you'll see it going, and it's like this. The nose is popping up off the water. It's a speedboat. They call it a cigarette because of the design. It's a big long boat. One guy in the neighborhood had one of those things, and it was like, I want to say either hot pink or traffic cone orange. I don't remember. I've always liked those colors because they were so bright. But the boat was that color, and it had written on the side, "Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker."
Nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
On this date in music history, Ozzy was probably high.
Yeah, probably was.
Okay, so there's this picture of a bottle of water that is frozen. And someone says, "Can someone explain to me how they got all that ice through the small hole?"
Wow. You know, I got to call tonight in a few minutes, but you just reminded me of a story my father told me, and he made a very good point.
Kids these days need Elf on the Shelf to behave? That's cute. We had Welp with a belt.
Yeah. My father, may he rest in peace, he was driving through Brooklyn, just back in the 50s, and he had his cousin Gasparo with him. And they picked up these 2 broads. And my father had a 1948 Cadillac. And the thing, it was salmon pink, and it had all the lights in the grill, and it had the lights that will light up the wheel wells and the lights that light up the undercarriage. It was a really nice hot rod. And I'll never forget what he told me. He's like, "So I got this brought up in the front seat with me, and Gasparo's in the back with his, and we're driving." And so she goes like this to me, "Boy, this is a nice car you got here." He goes, "Thank you. It's really beautiful." He goes, "Oh, thanks. I really like all the lights." "Oh, thanks. Yeah, you must get some electric bill." He said, and I pulled the car over right with that. And he's like, and this moron is sitting there like, "Oh, wow, why are you slowing down?" He's like, "'Cause you're getting out." He's like, and I threw them I threw the 2 of them right the fuck out the car. And my cousin Gasparo was in the back seat, and he's going all nuts. He's like, "Junior, what did you throw those girls out the car for?" He goes, "Gasparo, they were morons." He said, "Yeah, Junior, but they're easy." He says, "Gasparo, what happens if you knock them up? Then you're going to have kids with a moron." And I look at him, he said, "Pichota, no matter what she is, just please don't ever bring me home an idiot."
Don't bring me home an idiot. That's funny.
Some electric bill.
I figured you guys would like that. And on that, I got a call tonight. It felt really good to stream with you guys again. I missed this. I hope we can do this again soon. And
if anything, we'll probably close in about 10 minutes. We're going on almost 2.5 hours.
Yeah. Well,
okay,
don't forget.
I think I'm going to make this the Musketeers' motto. You can't scare me. I'm a crazy person who happens to cuss a lot. I have anger issues and a serious dislike for stupid people. And I will slap you so hard, even Google won't be able to find you.
Put that on a shirt. Put that on a shirt. Definitely. That's so
on
cool.
Teespring.
Hold on. Well, 4chan probably could still find you. They found that flag.
Yeah, true. That. Oh my God, those guys scare me. That's one of the things somebody told me. They're like, Scoop, can you prove anything that you say? And I go, yeah, it's called 4chan. That's the reason you can tell I'm not lying, bro. They found fucking Shire's flag with jet contrails. I ain't gonna make up nothing.
And amateur.
Yeah.
What was it? Stellar cartography, astronomy.
That's what I'm saying. No, there's no way on God's green earth I'm gonna tell anything that can't be proven. Because seriously, like. They know where I live at this point. They know what my blood type is. I'm sure that there's some crazy... I got only 200 subscribers on YouTube. I guarantee you there's some crazy bastard in Wisconsin that's got a hair sample of mine. I just guarantee it. These people are crazy. That's what I'm saying. Why would I lie about anything on here? You can't. They'll find out anything. They'll find that... No, you can't. That's what I'm saying. Like, anyone says to me, yeah, Scoop, can you prove anything you said? I don't need to, bro. There's some 13-year-old kid right now that's got 2 computers, and he's going like this, and he just proved everything I said. You're going to get the email tomorrow. Just check your mail.
Go look at Discord right now.
Okay. Oh, God. I hear that squeaky chuckle. What did you do?
I know what you mean.
No.
What did you do, Tara?
I didn't do nothing.
That's disturbing. It's a bad meme about a.
It's a cute stripper.
A what?
Wow, you make me feel much better about myself. I don't feel as evil now. I really don't. But yeah, I do got a call tonight, guys, and hopefully we can do this again soon. All right, I'll talk to you later. Good night, all.
Night.
Good night, man.
Later.
Hold on, Corey. I'm about to send it to you.
That's terrible.
It says it's explicit content, and it's not.
No, it's just deeply disturbing. What it is.
Deeply disturbing.
Oh yeah, it's deeply disturbing.
There, I sent it to you now, Corey.
What the hell?
Yeah.
And for our viewers, what we are looking at is this image of a midget stripper. and this woman going fucking insane. She's a brave, beautiful little person. And the evil cat at the dinner table. Fuck Nugget. Baby brother, I sent it to the group chat with you, me, and Scooby.
I saw it.
I'm surprised you're not laughing your ass off.
Not that funny.
It's deeply disturbing.
What?
I don't find it that funny.
Why not?
I don't know.
You know what, Pepe?
What?
I will show you deeply disturbing. I have a woman in the house who has ribs that are hurting her. And you know she does not complain about pain unless it's painful.
Oh,
actually, you and Tara both know this.
Oh, you three are going to feel bad for my friend's son. My baby brother got to meet my friend Gaia.
Oh, no.
We went to Manatee Springs. Well, the other day, baby brother, her son was at school, and a little boy came up and kicked him so hard that he split his penis.
Ow.
He was bleeding from it for 4 hours.
Damn.
Well, if it lasts more than 4 hours.
Damn, it's terrible.
So, Gaia has filed charges.
Wow. That's fucking shit.
And her son's in Taekwondo, and, his sensei has told him, you don't use this at school, blah, blah, blah. Gaia flat out told him, he comes near you again, kick his ass.
Good God.
The kid's a black belt in Taekwondo.
And who did he kick?
No.
He got kicked.
Yeah, some kid came up and kicked my godson.
Oh.
Yeah.
And more or less split it down the middle.
Banana split.
Does that kid play soccer or something?
I don't know.
Seriously, in order to kick someone that hard, you have to play soccer or something.
Or
him
you have
and
to be native to Florida.
Get picked on.
Man, tell the kid to play or study judo.
That's next after he gets his bands in black and on the black belt.
Judo is fucking fun. It's also great for physics. It is pretty much a purely defensive martial art form.
No, Gaia wants the kids to learn all sorts of martial arts that they can. Once they master one, they're allowed to move on to another.
Okay, well,
wow.
Suggest judo next because it is almost purely defensive, and it teaches them about physics.
I'm not sure what she's going for next. I'm trying to get her to put them in what's that Brazilian mixed martial arts where they capoeira.
Get them in judo. Because literally, you can throw someone twice your size over your head.
Oh, yeah.
Do they know how to do that with Taekwondo?
No, by twice your size over your head, I mean over your head and across the room.
No, I've watched video. They know how to do this in Taekwondo.
My Taekwondo teacher didn't teach me how to throw them across the room.
This one does.
This one teaches the forbidden arts.
Yes.
Well, no, my Taekwondo teacher taught me how to throw someone over my head at about 10 feet. My judo teacher taught me how to throw that person 30 feet or more.
Nice.
Correction, taught me to throw that same person 30 feet or more. Actually, I probably could have learned that on my own, but fucking
How many
physics.
you got so far?
Oh, we had about 3 or 4. Now we're down to just Lawrence. We got, let's see here, 2 up votes, 2 down votes, and we broke even.
Oh, so Burnside. Scooby's mad at you because you've agreed to go to the Beetlejuice musical with me.
Cool.
Who's mad?
Scooby. He's mad because Burnside agreed to go to the Beetlejuice musical with me. We're going to New York for Valentine's Day.
To go see Beetlejuice.
And I'm making a Beetlejuice purse.
And I'm lighting a huge bonfire.
Nice.
But no, Burnside, he's mad because he was going to use you as an excuse to get out of having to take me to go see Beetlejuice.
Oh, does he not like Beetlejuice?
He's not a fan of musicals or having to go into Manhattan, period.
Oh, can't blame him for Manhattan. Fucking Manhattan.
I fucking hate Manhattan.
You are going.
I fucking hate Manhattan.
No.
Yes, you are. If we're paying $99 for 2 seats near the orchestra, yeah, we're going.
It's going to be somewhere other than Manhattan.
No, it's on Broadway, dumbass, so it's going to be in Manhattan.
Actual Broadway?
Actual Broadway.
Actual. Fuck.
It's a great experience, Broadway. I got to see Wicked on Broadway.
And you already agreed, so you can't back out now.
Unless I find it somewhere that's not in Manhattan.
No.
I will go and look for one that's not in Manhattan. The last thing I need is every 5 feet someone trying to sodomize my leg like a dog.
We're going to Manhattan anyway, so we can go to fucking Central Park.
Don't argue with her, trust me. You're not going to win it.
Because I've never been ice skating, asshole.
Yeah.
That's
Why would you want to
exactly
go to
why
Central
you're not.
Park for that? Isn't there a
Because
place
you can
closer,
ice
man?
skate there for free.
There you go. That's why you're not going to win that argument. She has thought this out entirely.
I have.
Hey, Burnside, you better take a video of it because I want to see this.
Sure,
Tara?
I'll let you know if she busts her
Hey, baby
nuts.
brother, why don't you come too? You can sleep on the couch.
Tara?
Yeah,
I want
you
to see him
say that I
fall.
can sleep on the couch, but I doubt you two would let me get some sleep.
Hey,
You'd be
Tara?
downstairs. We'd be upstairs. We would keep Mama Scoob awake.
Hey, Tara?
What?
You better videotape Burnside falling on his ass.
He's lived in
I
Chicago.
actually know how to
He's
skate,
had
man.
ice
You
skate.
kidding? Used to be the one falling. I've played lots of hockey. Lots.
There are lots of ways to fall on your ass.
Yes, there are. By having tons of communist Manhattaners want to hump your leg
Yes,
every
it's
5
called
feet.
BeetlejuiceBroadway.com.
Oh no, we're gonna get a strike for that one.
No, the fuck we're not, because I'm not showing anything.
That was being comical. But I'm probably gonna end here anyways. It's a little bit past the 30-minute marker.
Yeah, no. The reason I am thinking of, at least on my screen, is right below my little square.
No idea what you're making a reference to, but
Tara.
anyways, Lawrence, thanks for coming by. Thank you to all the other people who downvoted. Matter to me either way. You can go meme creek it with the down thumbs as much as you want, just so long as everyone's having a fun time. Because I'm still trying to figure this thing out, so I can't blame you for being pissed off. But we will definitely continue to use this. This is simple enough. I'll figure out how to do some fancy stuff, but I am not paying $20 a month just so I can basically customize this sucker. No way in effing hell.
And Puddin', it's at the Winter Garden Theater, which is on Broadway.
That is a nice theater.
Alright, we'll have to find some way to get past a good chunk of the Manhattaners because I don't want to walk through there far because every 5 feet I'm going to take is one of those disheveled bastards trying to hump my leg like a dog.
Okay, first of all...
Subway.
No, you get it even worse there. First of all, Burnside, New York is not Chicago. They freeze to death in winter, or they go into the subways to stay warm.
Manhattan's Manhattan. They do a lot of this and a lot of It's like if the North Side were on crack.
Okay, so I have a knife. You have a knife. We slit their throats. We move on.
We need an immeasurably large drum mag on some form of rifle.
And remember,
idea,
I'm from Florida, so I'm used to dealing with it.
You be Santa Claus. Make sure you wear red.
God, it's a funny idea that's crazy enough just by work, actually. I might take that into consideration. But
wear red.
Consideration. What, the fact that I live in Florida and have dealt with this?
No, trekking around a Santa Claus. That might work. That's a smart idea.
Then you're going to have little bratty children run up to you saying, I want.
No, the reason I was saying go around as Santa Claus is because Santa Claus wears red. Blood does not show up on red very easily. And Santa Claus has a reason to carry around a sack full of crap.
You're making a Payday 2 reference with that one.
There you go.
That's a good one.
I had to explain that one.
I forgot about that mission. That was hysterical.
I had
Santa
to fucking
Claus
explain
that robbed the tree. Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah, fucking stealing the whole damn tree. There you go.
That was great. We'll have to do that again sometime.
Oh yeah, the fucking drunk Santa Claus.
Oh, yeah, that was.
Yeah.
Anyways, we can go wrap it up. Lawrence and House, thanks for dropping by. Hope you guys love the show. Please send more memes next time.
Yep, I just double checked.
We'll figure this
Garden
out.
Theater is in Manhattan, and it's not close to Central Park or the zoo.
I fucking hate the Manhattan Zoo.
It's 2 blocks away from Trump Tower.
Oh boy. Well, at least I know they'll be distracted with something. All right, clicking the button.